Drop some coconuts for Oya in the chat. YouTube, welcome in. We had to restart. We were experiencing some technical difficulties. We are back and we are better. And again, if you guys are in here, you already know what the deal is. Please go over there, hit the thumbs up button. If you have an extra device, go ahead and drop your device in there so that we could accumulate those hours just in case TikTok say, you know what, I'm done playing with done need a diaper and we're getting up out of here. And they shut this whole thing down, we'll have somewhere to go. But in the meantime, in between time, again, 2 days, 2 nights topic again is for the week is why don't black males protect black women? There's been some very much interesting conversations over the past few days. We're taking this into the week. And I also, too, you guys, I have gotten my merchandise from Grits and Eggs podcast by Deontay, hosted by Deontay Kyle. If you guys don't know who that is, he kind of sparked all of this conversation too when he asked men to be accountable, and a lot of these other males just went out on a rant. It was like, I don't have to be accountable. Fuck black women. We ain't gonna do it. Da, 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 da. Right? And I purchased some merchandise from his website. And so our top donator this week, I am going to, or I may just do the top 5 and do a raffle. I think that'd be fair. So our top 3 donators this week, what we'll do is we'll put your name in a raffle and we'll bring it out for some merchandise to give away. You guys, alrighty then. Alrighty then. Now let's get into it. Now, I think I played the video for you guys on the person who Deontay Kyle talking about the accountability that needs to be had. But what I don't think I played is the video of, I think it's John Cannon, and what he said. Hey, Taylor, thank you for the $3 for W to the Royal Loyals in the building. Can I get some coconuts for Taylor? 33333. Thank you for the $3 dono to get these donos all started. We gonna start this thing off right. The right way tonight. And W to the Royal Loyals for sure, y'all. I love y'all to pieces. Y'all really keep me sane. Okay, we keep each other sane. In a world full of chaos, culture and chaos, that is. Make sure that you are watching the Culture and Chaos podcast. It is live every Friday on YouTube at the Culture and Chaos podcast, and you can find it on all other platforms every Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time, you guys. Hey Monique, how you doing? We gonna start this week off right, because again, you guys, it's happy Pride Month. Happy birthday month, Jess. Gemini fucking season again. Okay, I'm expecting to, when you're a Gemini, I don't know if it's a woman thing, Gemini thing, but I like a good yes. Yes. So there are things that I expected Gemini seasons. We hitting all goals every single day. We got to be on this bitch all day. What up, Miss Martine? How you doing, beautiful? How is life treating you? Why can't I do it? Let me see. Okay. Okay, so I don't even know the guy's real name. I think it's, let's see what the actual video is that he said that has everybody in a frenzy. I think it's the one with him and his bonnets.
Technically, you didn't say those particular places in your videos. You're attempting to clean it up now. However, okay, wait.
Okay, hold on. I don't know. Let me see. What's the video? What's the video? Okay, so do y'all need me to play the Deontay Kyle video again first? My birthday is on the 12th. She won't let my baby is she not gonna let up off your neck? That's what happened when you had a Gemini. Okay, you gotta watch what time of the year you decide to have schmecks. Okay, she ain't letting up off your neck at all. What you getting me? What we got planned? What are we doing? What's happening? Look at you talking about money. mommy mo. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you guys were in here when we played Deontay Kyle's video about how he's saying that men need to take accountability, right? So if you were not in here and you would like me to replay the video, thank you, Parkers, for coming up over on the YouTube. I appreciate you. Let me know. If not, we can just go ahead and get into. So put a 1 if you want me to play Deontay's video first that prompted this video. But if you already heard it, put a 2 in the chat so we can move on to the next one. Okay, you could be better. My AI classes are selling well. Let's go. My insurance business needs new clients. It's coming. It is coming. It is coming, baby. Just stay vigilant. Is that the word I'm looking for? Stay the course. Okay, too. So we can move forward. Okay, good. So this is John Cannon's video. This is my very first time watching this video. So we on Lock Nation in the building as well. Let's go. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button over on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. So we're going to watch it all together for the very first time. Here we go.
This whole Deontay Kyle, men are accountable for the men who are terrible bullshit is really like opened up a train of thinking for me. And I really got to get this out. It seems as if women want to perfect the social environment instead of existing within it. And what I mean by that is like, imagine a hunter goes into the woods and instead of accepting the fact that there's bears and mosquitoes and old trees that might fall and dangers, instead of him accepting that, he starts complaining. Why are there bears out here? Oh my God, why are the mosquitoes biting? Instead of choosing to stay indoors and go live in the city and buy your meat out of a market. Follow.
Oh yeah, thank you for the $10. It says Happy Pride Month. Moral of the story: sometimes you gotta pop out and show. No, she said that. She said sometimes you gotta throw a brick at a bitch to start a movement for equality and human rights in the name of Marsha P. Johnson. Also, my future ex baby daddy birthday is on the 4th, y'all. The Quan's birthday is in 2 days, so you guys, we gotta throw some type of, I don't know if he in here, but we gotta throw some type of like surprise party or something like that. Okay. Yeah, you gotta throw a brick. Marsha P. Johnson.
Follow me. I'm a bad person if I say, if you don't like
I don't. Can I get some coconuts in the chopper? Oh yeah, really quick, you guys.
Environments and the negative things that come with those environments, stay out of those environments.
So already by what he's saying, if you don't want to get caught up in, if you don't want to get,
if you don't like those environments and the negative things that come with those environments.
So basically, when women get assaulted, you need to stay out of those environments that get you assaulted, right? That means women could not go anywhere. Okay, but that's all. We're gonna unpack this.
Stay out of those environments. I have never been to a club in my entire life. I have never been to a strip club, a hookah lounge, a bar in my entire life. I have lived a very intentional life. I went from my mother's daycare to elementary school, to middle school, to high school, to college, and to work. Within there, I was a little gym ratty. I played sports. I did this and that. That's how I got my social interaction on. And that's how most people do get their social interaction on. We have these very large conversations about a very small amount of people. And again, I just do want to reiterate, if you don't like the negative experiences that come along with like the environments you like to be in, don't try to change said environment. It's too big. There's too many variables. There's too many people to depend on lining up with your personal moral code. Instead, remove yourself from said environments. Why am I having a conversation about what happens at the club? Why are we regular people with 9-to-5 jobs having full-blown discourse and conversations about what happens when a woman rejects a man in the club and he like, you ugly anyway, bitch? Why are we talking about that? Most of us don't even participate in
8 minutes to get to 25. Oh, you heard it. They said we got 8 minutes to get to 25K, you guys. Please tap the screen.
I would like to say that if you're a married man, woman, why the fuck Are you in the strip club, the club, a bar? What are you do? Go to a nice dinner.
Why do he think that
Sit at the
women,
house. Be
men,
grown.
men only
I
get
just,
rejected at the club?
I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm tweaking. This whole Deion.
But Deontay Kyle didn't say anything about the club. If you guys remember about the video, right? He didn't say, "Hey, Lady Lando." He didn't say anything about going to the club. He talked about men holding other men accountable and understanding why, a lot of black women like, I'm not finna just keep, wasting my time and trying to figure this out, right? Trying to make sure I pick better or whatever. Why does he think that the only place that men get rejected is at the club? You could be at the mall, you could be at the store, but you could be at seven. I bet at 7-Eleven. You can go anywhere, dressed just like this, hoodie on and all. No, thank you. Fuck you, then, bitch. What are you talking about? You've never even been to the club, so you wouldn't even know if that was it. And then the women who's a nurse that say, if basically saying if women don't want to get assaulted, they shouldn't go to the club. They don't want to get disrespected, don't go to the club. What about the women who get assaulted by their fathers, brothers, cousins, uncles, stepdaddies, mama boyfriends? The nurse said that she treat women and nuns. You could be at a daycare, exactly, because the woman unalived her husband, protecting the children because of what he was doing to the children at the daycare. So what are we saying? That ain't the clear. That ain't the clear. Mind you, this man got a white tea woman though. You, and then somebody else was talking about like you always have an opinion on black folks. He said, "Hey, I'm black women. Like, if you're married to a white woman, why don't you just stay in they business? Why you don't have think pieces on they shit, right?"
You may not harass women. You may know how to take rejection. The majority of men that most women deal with do not.
Hopefully this video brings awareness to this girl I'm about to stitch and also to this conversation. But
Yeah, like I said, then kids can't be at home with their families. Exactly. And we also need to get into how a lot of families will try to. That's a whole nother story. This on the LGBTQ, but not this on the pastor that's the PDF file, or the family member that's the PDF file. But that's a whole nother story. This man angry.
All John Cannon said is that bitches like to jump in shark-infested waters and then
Why they gotta
complain
be
about it
bitches?
being a fucking shark in the water. What did he say wrong? Women
13K
are
to go, y'all.
reactive. They're
Please
not
keep
proactive.
tapping.
They'd rather, or women,
We halfway
most women
there.
would rather sit up and be like, hey, why should I have to protect myself from people when you shouldn't be hurting anybody? The nigga you're talking to that's trying to hurt people doesn't give a fuck about the thing.
I mean, basically, he's proving the point while yelling at the exact same time. Or while yelling at the exact same time. Like he's proving the point of of these angry men. And he seems to be scared of said men as well. And then why does it always have to result to violence? Why can't you just, hey bro, you might not want to do that. Hey bro, let's not. Why does it keep doing that? I don't want it to do that. Why is everything green? I'm not sure. Anyways, well, does this stuff you speak up really happen? Who in the blue hell are you listening to? Some guy who is irrelevant on TikTok who had a think piece because everybody was kind of stitching his stuff too. But yeah, all of this stuff happens. Why are they so angry? Go touch some grass. Them. I think so too. And when we get into that lonely men epidemic or lonely male epidemic, because they're just the men ain't got no problem. Only these hit dogs, sore dogs hollering, baby, angry black man.
Bro, do me a favor, please. Read your comment out loud. The criticism John Cannon has been receiving lately is due to him telling women that they should stay away from certain spaces if they want to be safe. He's getting criticized for telling women, hey, yo, do you not have any family or any friends that...
Because we all know somebody, right, that has been essayed. Tap the screen, you guys. We're almost there. Look, I'm so proud of y'all. We tapping the fuck up out of this shit. We tapping the fuck up out of this shit. We tapping the fuck up. He one of them men that work out all damn day.
So my mom called me and said, "Son, they got this squat machine
So
on
he
the
could be
TikTok
like,
shop. Do a review and
I
then
look
give it to me." I said,
I look really, really good.
"Guys,
Get you one.
So my mom called me and
Look how good I look. Look all the weights that I can lift. To hide, because some men can't control. And that's the thing, because it's a lot of males. Because if it was only just a few or just some, the majority of women wouldn't have particularly the same story. If it was just some, men wouldn't even, because if you have any daughters or granddaughters in here, please put a 1 in the chat. If you have any daughters or granddaughters, please put a 1 in the chat. Even if you're on YouTube, if you have any daughters or granddaughters, please put a 1 in the chat. Can you play the recent video I sent you? It's everywhere. Okay, hold on, let me see. Right, so we have daughters, we have granddaughters, right? You teach your granddaughters or your daughters to watch out for men. Am I correct? You teach them to keep their head on the swivel. You teach them to look out for the bullshit. You teach them maybe how to fight so they can protect themselves. You teach them to carry mace. Right? All of these things. Let me see. Crazy clips. Okay, here we go. I can't stand this nigga.
How you gonna walk up on my car being disrespectful, asking
Man,
for
let
my
me get
number?
your number. I've been seeing you in the store the whole time.
Okay, but you walking up to me rude as fuck. I'm not gonna give nobody my number that's talking to me like that.
Give me your number.
You're not getting my number. I'm cool. So you can back up off my car. Back up off my car. Okay, but he's coming out. My boyfriend's gonna come out the store in a minute.
Give me your number.
I'm not giving you my number.
Oh, you're not leaving until I get your number. Give me your number.
Back up off the car. I do not want to hit you, sir.
Give me your number.
What the? Don't reach in my car. For real. I don't care how I look. I never asked for you. I said thank you. When you said I look cute, I said thank you. Have a nice day. Okay?
Yo, if you smile at a male, you walk by, you smile, they think, I want to fuck you. They act like you want to fuck them just because you smile. He said, I told you look cute. And I said, thank you. Yo, give me your number. What are you talking about? Oh, shit. Okay, y'all. If we get to 25K by 11:30, Dave's going to drop a massive gift, y'all. Tap the fuck out of that because I want to see some shit I ain't never seen before, okay? Look, y'all ain't got me turned up. First of all, y'all, my love language is gifts and acts of service, okay? So when I see gifts, I get excited. Okay, y'all, please tippity tap tap. We got 3 minutes to get to 25K. Lady Right, welcome in, y'all. Here we go. All right, so here we go. And the caption on the thing is, this man had been stalking me in the store the whole time, asking me for why soon as I get to, asking me for why soon as I get in my car, he demanded me to give him my number. This is so creepy. He literally threatened me to give me in which we can hear. She like literally in her car videoing him right now.
Can you please back up off my car, sir, before my boyfriend come outside?
I'm not leaving till you give me your number.
You're not. I just already put it out there that you're not getting my number. So why are we constantly going back and forth?
And get your number myself?
How are you going to take my phone to get my number? That I don't
I'm
understand.
a game, like I said. Give me your
It's
number.
not that I think you a game. It's just the simple fact that you're all walking up on
swear
me.
to God, give me your number.
And I'm uncomfortable.
Give me your number.
Let me tell you something. That boy two front teeth, baby. He got 1, 2. That whole sharper than motherfucking sword, okay? My love language is chocolate. I know it is. Oh, we almost there, y'all. We need 3K to get to 25K, y'all. We about to turn up in EB. This man is crazy. Crazy. Bruh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Roll your window up and leave or call the police. Girl, reverse now. I would have reversed on his ass, ran over that nigga fucking foot. That you left the window open, kept engaging. She said, my boyfriend on the way out. Assault charges and cops. Bro, this nigga, boy. Okay, we almost there. We almost there, y'all. We have literally 1 minute to get to 25K. I'm tapping the fuck out of the screen, too. Maybe you should listen to Charleston. You talking about the guy with the one eye? You talking about Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate, didn't he just get charged in another country for sex trafficking? Are you well? Is your like, oh, you trolling. We're almost there, y'all. It's 11. We made it! We did it, Dane! We did it! Let's go! We did it, Joe! We did it! We did it, Joe! Hold on, let me find Kamala real quick. We did it! We did it, Joe! We did it! We did it, Joe! What y'all think it's gonna be? What y'all think it's gonna be? What y'all think it's gonna be? I'm getting excited. He must be 12. He gotta be 12. He gotta be 12. Trolling like a kid. Trolling ass. Okay. Anybody else? If you haven't got the heart me, we need 20 heart me's. 20 heart me. 20 heart me's. At the moment, boy, we did it. Y'all keep tapping on. Let's continue to push. This is the fastest we got to 25K in a long time. If you got automatic anythings, you guys, for some reason those don't work and they kind of stunt the live, so we can't use them anymore. Okay. Respectfully, we can't use them anymore. Maybe over on the Tizoo it may work, and that's how we'll treat you, baby. You're not a man. You're not a man, Bone. You're just talking. You're a kid. You're a kid. No one. How you doing? How you feeling? Mickey, welcome into the chat. Welcome. Yes, y'all. If you have a daily heart me, go ahead and hit it. And make sure you go back and claim that daily heart me if you guys don't mind. Hey, Verna. How you doing, beautiful? Thank you for the roses as well. We got 3 heart me's. Maybe I should change the goal. Let me see. Let me change it because... Let me see. Oh, let's just go ahead and get into our heart hands and spread our love that way. Okay. Men who harass about phone numbers, I'll give you one of my digits for each of his. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. The fighter jets is in the building. Get all your girls. We going on the plane ride. Come on, y'all. Pack your bags. Let's go. Can I get some coconuts for Dayton in the chat? He said, I told you I wasn't lying. I told you I wasn't Mickey Vicky lying. Can I see some coconuts right now? Thank you, Dayton.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's something else. That's something else. That's something else. Hold on. Where hippie? I heard another. Oh my God. Oh, what is that? That is. That little thing is so cute. I think he was trying to crip walk, but you know what I'm saying? He ain't having no flavor in his sauce. But that was so fucking cute. Okay. That was so cute. What up, Bugsby? How you doing? Thank you, Dayton. He said, I told you I wasn't playing. Thank you, Verna. Also, too, for the hearts. I appreciate it. Oh, my God. Yes, every time a gift is dropped that's more 500 coins or more, it'll automatically say, oh, my God. Yes, thank you, Verna. Thank you, Dayton. What up, Big Mike? How you doing? No one, thank you so much. Department of the Mickey Ficky YN, thank you as well. Y'all, did y'all pack your bags? We going on some jets, okay? Thank you, Bugsby. Hi, thank you. I appreciate it. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Chill spot. Hey, I'm new here. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. Just being my daughter knows how to use the firearms. Your daughter don't. Shout out to your daughter. I don't know who taught your daughter, but shout out to your daughter. Uh we on lock. Enjoy your gender war. Men have checked out. That's good. Are you thinking men? The men wasn't worried about it. We're not at war with men. As well, yeah, I say we're at odds with masculine fragility. I'm y'all's hood interpreter. Come on, hood interpreter. Come on in. I ain't mad at you. I'm hollering. You know when no one there, it's the males. The men don't have no problem. You know, they know we ain't talking about them. They know we're not talking about them. There's been a number of men who have come up here to talk about, other men, and they weren't like, well, I ain't the one, and I ain't this, and I ain't that, because they know we're not talking about them. When they also know their counterparts. Again, this is why we talk about, why do you feel like you teach your daughters who to look out for? Why do you think you're teaching your daughters, make sure you carry some mace, keep a swivel on your head, don't believe anything, watch them, you can't trust everybody, because the men is crazy. The males are crazy, right? We're when they say protectors and providers, we're talking about protecting you from other men. Women catch a fade in the street. That ain't what we talking about. Y'all, please, thank y'all. We're at 32K. Let's keep tapping. Let's get to 50K, you guys. We can do this. We can do it. The way we just got to 25 is right up our alley. And then, hold on, because I do have some statistics that I definitely wanted to talk about. And about, in discussing how women lose their life, too, more likely to their spouses. But Black women do. So, like, what is the reason why we feel like, oh no, not even we feel like, what is the reason? Oh, y'all sent me to your live, and I'm loving your show. Thank you. YN activated for show. Let's go. It's the hood interpreter for me. I fucking love that. I think that is hilarious. Thank you. Can y'all just some coconuts for Oya in the chat? We love Oya. Oya. How did you first come across my live stream? Let me see. How did you first come across my live stream? Boy, mom. Okay, so we said Black women as a backbone. In many Black families and communities, Black women are seen as pillars of strength, often sacrificing their own health to care for others. This cultural expectation can lead to neglect of personal health and wellness. And because, when the men get on here and talk about why they don't date Black women, what was that one guy name? One thing that I was scrolling and I was like, ooh, I fuck with her, period.
Like us. They not like
Hey, Cigar, you just got a subscription. Who said that? I think, no, Verna. Shout out to Verna. Verna always coming through showing love. Can I get some coconuts with Verna? You now have access to the Discord as well and our special emotes. Can y'all please drop some coconuts for Verna in the chat? Passing out those Mickey Ficky subscriptions. I should have known, baby. Okay, she said everybody should get a piece of this greatness. Everybody should experience this.
not like us. They 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 not.
I appreciate you, Vernon, for sure. Hold on. Famous actor explains why many. Let's see.
get mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100. My Spanish,
better.
well, not better because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you
But
said they were
not-
doing things
not
better. I wanted to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the,
I know you
people,
is.
for
That's
the
why I'm saying
culture.
not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right, not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really sides.
Yeah, because
American
define
guys,
better, bitch.
right? They were
He
doing
played
way
Biggie,
more
yeah.
of what we expect. We want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable
Give me
with.
some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. Like even my Indian one was from Syria, one of them countries over
You don't even know
there,
where the bitch from.
I didn't have to really
Sri
say
Lanka.
much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times
You want to be
with
treated
our
like a king for
own
doing nothing.
American black, they expect
But
so
you don't
much.
even understand that they're only dating you because you played Biggie, because you got some money. His Indian one. They're only doing it because, society taught them that if I make money, women will submit to me, or they should have to submit to me. I don't know. He been in one TV show and then they like, oh, what's your name? Oh, you got a chain.
Much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner, we can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to say? It's
So you want a bitch to
not
trick you.
better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing Birkin bags and
Do you
sushi.
think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that.
Fame does
But
not
to me,
equal money,
I
and it
think
does not
depends
equal
on the bait
intelligence
you're
and
using
respect.
where you're looking.
And I don't think
If
that
you're gonna
just
get a
because
model
you're
from
making
Instagram
money,
that
you
got the
should
BB
automatically be treated like a king. I mean, Donald Trump making money, he still having a hard time getting people to treat him like a king, but he still want to.
Specifically date white women like to treat black women horribly.
And this is why I always say, never give your time and energy to a man.
Tricking ain't. I'm fucking hollering. So when I was okay, so this is 10 reasons why we don't date black women. It's two black men talking. Look like that because they dating each other. And his hairline is sliding all the way across her. Boy, get to the reasons. The reasons. Oh, ain't nothing. Oh, okay. Bitches, you fuckers you talking about. So it was this one guy who was really just going off. He obviously hate black women, right? And there's something I was talking about him. And a lot when they talk about not dating black women, they talk about how allegedly they're overweight. I actually prefer to cook, but I grew up in a village. What kind of food you like to cook? I like to eat. I don't have money, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna do what men's supposed to do. Hey, you just keep doing you, okay? I might have to dig into my trick fund. Yo, they all talking about, women are obese. A high caliber man, not a high caliber man, a high caliber white man is not gonna pick a overweight black woman, right? And I've seen white people talk about how growing up that it was hard because they're supposed to be a size 4 and it's a lot of pressure and it's very like depressing, almost or whatever. So you're trying to make these women hold up to these white tea standards, baby. Because what we all know about us as a black women, baby, we thick, and I like being thick. Okay, when I was modeling, and they were like, "Oh, you got to be this size and that size. You got to get smaller and smaller." And I had got down to like 135 pounds. But I'm like, bitch, I look sick. I don't even like the way I look. And I'm not finna not like me to fucking appease you. And that's when I was like, oh, bitch, I'm finna turn myself up. Because if I want to be on these billboards and I want to go to the level that I want to go to, I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to turn myself up and you're going to come fucking looking for me, bitch. Because what I'm not finna do is disappear. Look like my whole damn, it looked like my bones was popping out my shit and everything. Looked like my bones was popping out. I said, oh no, I ain't gonna be able to do this. I ain't gonna be able to do this. That's right, my friend. Don't disappear. Exactly, Harold. I couldn't disappear up on y'all. I just couldn't. I couldn't, babe. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, it's not even that anymore. Let me change this. Because all y'all said $10. Thank you again, all y'all. Can I get some more coconuts for Taylor, all y'all? And Dayton, okay? Vanish, you want me to vanish? I was looking sick, Dayton. My collarbones was popping out, my ribs. Y'all want to see a picture? Let me show you if I can find it. I got a picture. Oh, picture. I was skinny. It was terrible. I was like, I don't even like the way this looks. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Hell no. Bones be sticking into your skin. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Word. And guess what I would have? I would have people messaging me on Instagram talking about, do you need me to mail you some collard greens and cornbread? I hear black men say they dating other races of women give them refuge from the troubles of this world. And it's, what's crazy? Because there are quite a few cases where black men like, I hate black women. That's why I date white women. And then that white woman had unalived him and still got off on it. And got off. And got off on said unalivement. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Like you walk into a room and said hello and they yell back. Hi, Jessica. I'm here because I'm fucking dead. Jonathan Majors talking about his Coretta Scott. He wanted his white tea lady to be his Coretta Scott king. And then she called the police on his ass. And he was over. Okay. Talking about you want her to be your Coretta Scott king is wild. Wild. Nasty work. Okay. Nasty. Here's one picture. I don't know if y'all can kind of see it. I was very, 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 very slim in this photo. Baby. Go ahead. And because let me tell y'all something. Black women don't have a problem with black men dating white tea women, right? Why do you have to hate us to do it? Why do you have to even speak of us to do it, right? And then why do you get mad when black women date white men? I don't get it. I don't get it not one. Also, too, you see the collarbone, right? Who was that coming up? You see the collarbone. You said maybe sisters need to change their act, Sylvester?
Yes, ma'am.
Why so?
Yes, ma'am. I think so.
What do you think they need to do?
Well, first of all, do you know that a lot of these brothers are seeking women outside of the black women's race because the attitudes that they have. They think, that the black man is supposed to do this and do that for them, and all they bring to the table is, okay, my good looks and all this and that. That
What
don't cut it nowadays, baby.
you saying that
Okay,
black women only bring their good looks to the table?
bringing good looks and their attitude.
So you saying that black women don't nurture a house, black women don't run a house, black women don't
They-
have strategy, black women don't have ideas, black women don't support black men. They don't give them ideas and uplift them. They don't do any of that. Is that what you're saying?
Jessica, I've been watching you for a long time, and I'm going to say the word yes. Not all of them,
Okay.
but some of them. Now,
Mhm.
I like your lie, but now you don't push the button on this one. Okay? Truth be told, a lot of black men, laugh if you want to. Go ahead. I like your lie, baby. I watch you all the time. Laugh if you want to. But if you want to hear the truth, I'm going to give you the truth.
Go ahead, give
There are
me.
a lot
No,
of black
no,
men.
this is your opinion, but go ahead.
Yes, my opinion. It's like, everybody got an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So this is my opinion. There are a lot of black men, what you call passport brothers. Do
Right.
you know a lot of black men are going overseas finding them? Why? Because this new generation of young ladies here in America, y'all out of control. You're
Real.
off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I got a nephew.
Mm-hmm.
He did this 15 years ago. Went to Ethiopia, found some Ethiopia bride, brought her back, married. He's got 3 kids by her
I'm
today,
sorry.
and they're still together.
You said he went where?
Now this is before this is his 4th marriage.
And you said
This is the
where did he go
longest
again?
he's been married to a woman. 15, 16 years. All right?
Yeah, where did he
This
go?
is what's
You said he
going
went
on
across
right
the
now.
country to where?
He went to Ethiopia, found him a wife.
Okay.
Okay? There's a lot of brothers going to Thailand. There's a lot of brothers going to African countries.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh. I'm telling you. I know you don't want to
No,
hear the
no, no,
truth. I know
no,
you
no,
want
no,
to
no, no,
make
no.
fun of it. I
There
know you
are
want to
there
laugh
are the
at it.
passport. We've talked about the passport bros. We've talked about them a lot here. We talked about how they would rather get a passport, travel over to the country, get with a woman who barely speaks any English, who needs a better life, who is in need, and take advantage of that, so that they can control them and they can submit to them and bring them over here. Then they would rather do all of that than to be a better man to the women eh, here, the women that they
That's
actually
what you
love.
said. That's your opinion. That's what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I see it all the time. I see it on Facebook. I see it on YouTube. There's a lot of these brothers that are just fed up with the American women now, whether you black or white. It doesn't matter. A lot of y'all have this messed up misconception of an idea that, whatever it is that a black man is supposed to do this and that, and they don't supposed to do anything. Now, granted, there are some sisters out there that meets the traditional role of a homemaker, a wife, okay, a companion, a helpmate, okay. But
And do you feel like the men are doing what they're supposed to do? If we're talking traditional, the man is supposed to what? Protect and provide. He's supposed to go to work and pay all the bills, right? So
guess what?
now, if the woman is
Guess what?
having to go to work too,
We living
then
in a different age now, sister.
okay.
It's
So do
no
you
longer
want
like
traditional or
that.
do you not want traditional? Because if
You
you want to
want
be
traditional
traditional,
to
you
a
got to be
certain way.
traditional too, right?
Okay, well, listen here. When I was growing up, my mom and my stepfather worked. Okay, both of them.
So that's already
Okay,
not traditional.
we're talking about in the 60s.
I mean,
All right.
traditionally, the
Now,
woman's supposed to
now
stay at
these
home
young
and be a
ladies right now
housewife,
think
right?
they supposed to get their hair done, get their nails done. Okay.
You
And
don't
then
want
I
your
might
woman to
cook you
look
something
good.
occasionally. Okay.
You don't want your
No.
woman to look good.
I want you to look good, baby. But you know what? My mom took care of herself. She made
Damn. So
sure
what
she
is your
looked
daddy
good
there
every
for?
day. Huh?
Then what did your daddy do? If she took care of
My daddy
herself,
was a
then what did he
construction
do?
foreman. My daddy was a construction foreman.
If she took her
Okay,
herself, then what did he do for her?
he had provided a house. They had two Cadillacs. They had a two flat building in
So he paid
Chicago.
all the bills.
They paid the bills together.
So she had a roommate.
No, she had
No
no
one, thank
roommate.
you
She
for
was
sending
broke.
out a
Not like
There you
us.
go.
They
There
not
you
like
go.
subscription. Let's
us.
go.
They
Don't for
not like
coconuts with no
us.
one in the chat. Thank
With
you so
that
much for sending out a
mindset.
subscription. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, thank you for the $5 donut that said these women don't work and you're responsible for them for 10 years, even after divorce. Courts often side with them, and we've seen this play out on TikTok. They will take what little money you have, sir. You sound bitter
That's
and
right.
single. Are you married right now,
I agree
Sylvester?
with you. I agree. But guess what?
This is
I've
what your
been married.
passport people will say. Can y'all
I've
drop some
been
coconuts
married
for
to
all
my
y'all as
wife,
well as no one in the chat?
Jessica. Jessica. I've been married to my wife for 35 years.
So how do you even
Okay.
know what the issue is with other people? You ain't even dating them. You don't even know what the
Baby,
new
I
struggle
was in the
is.
dating pool for a while before I got married. Okay.
But you said you've
And
been
all
married for
I'm
how
seeing
long,
on
right?
TikTok and Facebook is people complaining
How
on
long you
both
say you've
sides
been
of the
married?
aisle, male and female, saying that the dating pool out there is
It
trash.
got pee in it. Right.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm
That's all I'm
crying.
saying. It's trash. Okay.
I'm sorry, how long did you say you've been married?
They're telling people in their 50s, do
Unaliving.
not get
Sylvester, you know,
divorced
you've been here,
because if
you've
you
been
get
listening.
out there and try to get
Sylvester,
back in the dating
Sylvester,
game,
Sylvester,
it's
1 second.
ugly.
1 second. You've been in here a while. You know you got to say unaliving, correct? For
Okay.
TikTok purposes. Now
You're
you
right.
said
I'm sorry.
you've been married for how long?
35 years.
Right. And people in the chat want to know like where exactly is Ethiopia?
We're exactly what now?
Where exactly is Ethiopia? They want to know like is that in California? Somebody said is that in California?
No. No. I'm originally from Chicago. I used to be a Chicago police officer. I now reside in Tennessee. Okay.
Mhm.
And I used to be a deputy sheriff here in Tennessee also.
Mhm.
So this is where I live at now. I got away from that Chicago life. But I was born and raised there. Okay. Born and raised in Chicago. So that's where I met my wife. She
Mhm.
wanted to come back home. Here we are.
Right. So you haven't dated since the 80s.
Probably would
Do I
say
need a
like
passport?
probably about the late 90s. Okay. Late 90s.
You said
Okay.
okay. You got married in what 95?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
You said
But
35
you know,
years, so you would have to get married in 90,
well,
right?
we've been together for probably 35 years. Okay.
How long you been faithful?
How long have I been faithful?
Yeah, let's start being passport women, y'all. You laugh. Why is it cool when y'all do it, but it's funny when I say we can do it. How about that Cadillac?
Jessica,
What?
Jessica. I love you, baby. I love you. You're beautiful. But you know you're a character too. Okay.
So
But
we can
listen
be
to the
passport
facts.
girls. Where y'all want to go? Let's go
Well,
where all the rich men at. The
get
one,
passport
cause
girl.
let me
Go
tell you
ahead.
something. Men who
Go
got money
overseas.
don't complain about spending it. Okay.
Go overseas and find you a Dexter. Find Dexter. Bring him back home.
Dubai, Mykonos. Fuck is you talking about? It's a lie.
Find your Dexter. Get your groove back.
What up,
You know, and see
Naquan?
how Dexter deal with you when you come back over here. Oh no, baby, we can't have that because you know what? We're not used to this. This is not how our women
Do you
treat
know?
us over there.
Do you? Dave,
Okay,
hold
so we're
on.
not
Do
gonna
you
do
do you
this.
you do you know what type of life that Dexter lives?
I've been overseas. I had passports. I've been overseas,
Where,
so
where, where you go?
I
Tell me
knew
where you
something
went.
over there.
Did you go to Ethiopia
I,
too?
I've been to Brazil. I've been to Puerto Rico. Been to Mexico. I'm getting ready to go to London next week, and so yeah, I've traveled a little bit.
Your wife going to London with you?
Yes.
Do y'all be picking up women when y'all go?
No, what ain't that kind of party, baby.
So you think that women complain too much, right? What do you think that women? What's the biggest thing that you say women complaining about?
Well, they complain about the man is not providing enough for them and stuff like
So
that. But
is
you
it
look, you got to
traditionally
think about
men
it like
supposed to
this:
provide?
you in the economic times that we're living in right now, it's going to take both, okay, the man and the woman to come together, pull their resources together, and build their own empire. When
That's
you
not
get married,
traditional.
believe it or not, oh well, again, then I guess what? We're out of tradition right now.
You just said earlier,
Okay?
but you was arguing that the fact that they need to be
Guess
more
what?
traditional.
We're out of tradition now.
Okay, so you would think it's unfair for a man to be asking for a woman to submit as women would do traditionally, considering the fact that they're not having a traditional relationship. Right? Things
True.
change. So you mentioned
Yes.
ask women to be the submissive, shut the fuck up and don't say anything, because that's a traditional thing for men who provide and protect wholeheartedly. But now that I have to provide as well, and I gotta help protect, I don't have to shut the fuck up. It seems like
Okay.
if I gotta pay money, I get to speak.
And that's why I said we're no longer in the traditional fashion right now.
Which is why
We're no longer doing that. Okay.
I'm also saying that if they know that, then they can't complain about women not doing traditional things, right? Harold, thank you for the
Well,
$15 that says if a man is going overseas to find a woman, it's because he's too weak to handle a strong black woman in America. Thank you, Harold, so much. Drop some coconuts for Harold. And
we're
also
not gonna let you
too,
get away
hold
with
on, really
that.
quick. Hold on, really quick,
We're
Sylvester.
not gonna let you get away with that
Hold
one.
on one second. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me
Because
finish the
you're
donos,
correct.
and I'm gonna let you respond. Okay. Oh yeah,
All
thank
right.
you for the $5 donor that said, so your wife settled. Great. Thanks. She was probably late 20s listening to anti-women rhetoric, being told that she has to have a baby by 30 when scientists actually tell us that it's not even true. Period. And that's why I don't even believe in the numbers, because they try to pressure you about things you should be doing that you don't even need to be doing. So drop some coconuts for oh yeah, as Mickey Ficky will. And hold on, we got one more. We got one more, and then you can go ahead and respond to whichever one that you want. Could be 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I have to switch it over. Um okay, Dayton also too. Thank you for the dollar that says, where can I buy that Cadillac? Is it in Ethiopia?
I don't know. They may have Cadillacs over there in Ethiopia. I haven't been to Ethiopia to tell you if they have any Cadillacs, but they may
Is
have a couple of them
Ethiopia
over
in
there.
Ohio? Somebody in chat said, is it Ethiopia, Ohio?
Lord have mercy. Do you know where Ethiopia is?
I have no
Poor
fucking
child.
clue.
Okay, it is in the continent of Africa. Okay, if you get a Ethiopian Bible, that is the original Bible, not the King James Bible or anything like that. That is the first Bible, the original. All right. So, and I know you're educated,
I
okay, because I've
am.
seen your life.
I
All right, so
am.
don't play me. Don't play me. I know you know better. All right.
I've never heard of
I know you
Ethiopia.
know better.
Can you
All
spell
right.
it real quick so I can let me look it up. Can you spell it?
No, I'm not going to spell it for you.
Come on now. I know you educated.
We're
You've been
not
in
going
my
to play those
life.
kind of games. We're not going to play those kind of games with you.
No, I'm about to look it up.
Okay. Look it
Okay,
up. And then you
Africa.
spell it for me. How's that?
I don't even know what you're talking about. That's why I'm asking.
You
Ethiopia.
know exactly what I'm talking about.
Is it
No, I even
E
see you play with
F
your English voice,
O
your
H
English accent. So I
F
know you know
E
better.
O
Yep, there you go.
O
Spell it.
Is it O
No,
F E O H F E A?
I don't have it right in front of me. I don't have it right in front of me so I can correct you right now.
Oh yeah, thank you for the dollar. Say, Grandpa, we're not asking where Ethiopia Ethiopia is. We're saying that you pronounced it wrong. Obviously, the
Okay.
joke is lost on you. I hope your wife lets you rot in a nurse home, and she goes out and has the best Stella get her groove back moment while you was away at the nurse.
Okay, that sounds cute.
Drop some coconuts for oh yeah in the chat. Now, you're right. I am an educated woman. I do know about Ethiopia.
Yes.
Ethiopia.
Okay, I know
That
you
is that
do.
is in Africa. Yes. That's
Right.
why, but things tend to sound the same. So I didn't know if you knew of a place that I didn't know of called Ethiopia.
Pardon my Chicago accent there.
That's not an
Okay.
accent. That's just wrong.
Okay, well, maybe it's wrong to you. Okay.
Oh,
So I
that's why I
stand
was
corrected.
confused.
I'm not going to argue with you on that. I stand corrected.
And that's okay. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
All right. I'm glad you can appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for the dollar drops from coconuts for all y'all in the chat. We are down to 293. Give me a follow if you guys have not done so. Tap the screen. Now, did you want to respond to any of the comments before I bring FDT into the conversation?
No, I'll drop my plane right there.
Vernon said, I
But
don't.
nice talking to you.
Are you leaving? He might have something he want to ask you as another man.
Okay, well, I'll stay on.
FDT, welcome to the chat. How are you?
What you doing, Queen?
I am blessed and highly favored. I cannot complain.
Looking gorgeous as always.
Period. Now, did you want to answer the prompt, or did you have maybe a comment to maybe maybe help Sylvester understand the new age of the dating pool? I mean, Sylvester, you're not technically you're not in the dating pool.
It's about the passport bros
Come
that
on
you're
now.
speaking on. They coming back with diseases as we speak, so that's not going well for them. But you say you've been on YouTube, right, sir? You might want to look that up too.
Okay.
And they getting divorces too in America with the spouse they was with when they went overseas, like you said. So yeah, passport bros ain't really them bros because they complaining now.
So they can't handle them either.
Nope. It's about pressure. And they think they deserve to be a king and to be worshipped. Not really. Not really.
That's not working. It doesn't work like that. Like if you are a mediocre man here, you're a mediocre man there. It's not that, the women are having attitude. It could be that maybe you're just not stepping up to the plate. Dane, thank you. Thank you for the dollar. Say it's respectfully.
Okay, I'm gonna say this here.
It's an
I'm gonna say
illiterate
this here.
accent. Y'all be nice.
All right, I'm gonna say this here to you, Jessica. It's getting to the point where the American black woman is about to become a dying species.
That means you're a dying species.
Guess what?
We have you.
We have options.
Reach, thank you for the dollar. I appreciate it. How many of these men are building houses? None. Not a one. You say you got options. You got options of other races, which means that your black race would die off too, right?
No, it won't. It will continue on.
If you as a black man have a baby with a white woman and you have a mixed breed and he also chooses a white woman, you will get into
of the planet, my dear.
Say that again because I don't say that again.
The black man is the original man of the planet. We are the
Where did you get that
creation of
information
God.
from?
Baby, it's public knowledge.
Where? Tell me, because one thing I can give you about public knowledge is the old. Do you know that the oldest
books, it's science?
No, it's not. What book? Tell me a book. Tell me a book right now.
Books.
Give me a book.
It's in books.
Give me a book. Give me a book.
Find a book.
Hold on. Which book did you read it in?
Go to Google. Go to Google.
No. Can you tell me where you, Sylvester?
Go to Google.
You've been here long enough. You said you watch me a lot.
Google,
you watch. You know what I found on Google, Sylvester?
What did you find out?
I found that that the Eve gene, the oldest bones that they have ever found scientifically in this entire world is a black woman. The woman is the one with the Eve gene that can produce any race, any hair color, any skin color, any eye color, everything that you see came from a black woman. So the oldest bones in the world scientifically is a black woman. You come from us. You don't know where you found it at because you just made that shit up. Science.
No, I didn't make it up.
Science proves that we were here first. Yes. Before anybody. So the women that you try to leave us for, we created. We created.
Guess what? And guess
Without
what?
us,
We're
it
from
ain't
you,
no
right?
anything else.
We're from you, right?
Who do you
And
think
we
they
can
test
correct the
on?
same thing.
Who you think be out of sun? Without black women, the entire world
We're
goes
from you. Am I
eventually.
correct? The black man is from you, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if we're from you, we're part of the creation then of you, right? So we can pass that on also. Hello.
Naquan, thank you for the
Hello.
$5 for ask him if he's ever been to the west side of Wakanda. Drop some coconuts for Naquan in the chat. They want to know, have you ever been to the west side of Wakanda?
No, I've been to the west side of Chicago.
I am hollering. So listen, if you as a black man date a white woman and you guys have a mixed baby and you're black, say you have your black child procreates with somebody else that's white, eventually you will wash away the blood
Eventually, yes, that
of
can
black
happen.
men.
Yes.
You're talking about black women are going to be extinct. Bro, we can still have a baby with a white man and it could be black, it could be white, it could be albino, it could be blonde hair, blue eyes, black, it could be whatever. Thank you guys for
We
the
have the
follow.
same genes you have, my dear.
Harold, welcome to the chat. How are you? Let me invite you to unmute.
I still love you.
I mean, y'all gonna
Can you
always
hear me?
love us. I feel like y'all really just either hate us because you either can't be us, can't control us, because society tells you that you should be in control. And when you're not, you don't, because all this energy y'all got for black women, y'all don't have it for white men when they disrespecting you. Like somebody came up the other day, as soon as they pull you, yes, sir. Hey, master. Yes, sir. No, sir. I won't do it
Jessica,
again,
you
sir.
know you're
I
wrong.
promise.
You
But
know
then
you're
when a
wrong for
woman
that.
asks you to do something, it's like,
Jessica,
shut up,
you know
bitch.
you're wrong. You know you're wrong for
Okay.
that, right?
But we real
Now,
about it.
I'm gonna give you an
You real
instance.
about it.
I'm gonna give you an instance right
So
now.
that's another thing. Coward.
Last week
Shout out.
down
Can we
there
give a
in
hold on? Can we drop some coconuts
Holly
for that
Springs,
man?
Mississippi.
Can we drop some coconuts for the man where all the policemen tried to intimidate him? And he looked each and every one of them in their face on his way out because he did what he had to do for his son. Harold, welcome to the chat. How you doing, love?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can definitely hear you now. Let's go.
How you doing? It's been a long time since we talked.
I know. I'm blessed and highly favored. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. And I've been listening for the past few days to this conversation. It's driving me crazy
Mm.
about these so-called men
Mm-hmm.
and their perception and realities, the way they deal with black women.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the experience of the black woman in America dictates a whole nother set of ways that she's going to respond to anything that black men do. And as far as what you just said, the black woman is the only woman that contains the mitochondrial DNA that has all the genetic variations of every person on this planet.
Clock it.
That right there gives her the respect, or should give her the respect of every black man, irregardless. So again, I guess it's a generational thing because I just can't relate to what some of these men get up here and talk about. It is so foreign to me. The black woman is the ultimate woman. There's none like her. And based upon her experience here in this country, yes, there will be some extenuating circumstances where she gets out of balance, so to speak. But you have to look at the whole totality of her experience in this country as pretty much being the leader of the black race from the time she's got here. And history will show that there have been men who have led, Malcolm, Martin, but underneath that, there's always been a black woman at the forefront of everything that has been about change in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some generational, I think, issues that we deal with in terms of today's modern black woman, but she is still to be respected, honored, and treasured for the creator and the mother of civilization that she is, period.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. Can I get some W's in the chat and some coconuts for Harold, please? And Onya, thank you for the dollar that says what you're talking about is the Eve gene. Only black women possess the Eve. Everything starts and ends with us, Grandpa. Please
Absolutely.
go back to Ethiopia. I hope you get put in the worst. Shut up! Don't say that. Oh yeah, I love you. I love you. Let me tell you something. These YN activities don't play out. You got to be careful out here in these streets. Oh yeah in the chat, okay? Oh yeah in the chat. She said I meant it.
Yeah, you had me going for a minute with what is it, Ethiopia?
I was like, this must be somewhere new, and somebody said Ohio. I was like, oh, so maybe it's in Ohio. It's in Ohio. And if you guys
See,
are
those
over
women
on YouTube,
overseas
please
have
hit the
not
thumbs
had
up.
they haven't had the experience of the black woman here in America. Those women overseas that these men are going for. So they would definitely be not as, they would probably be a little bit more docile, if you will. You know, a man who's going to seek a woman in another country has found it hard to deal with the realities of the black woman experience here in America. It's unlike any other woman on this planet. So she has to be given some leeway and understanding because at her core, again, she is the mother of creation, and therefore all things flow through her. And any man who can't understand that, in my humble opinion, should be going overseas to look for another woman because he couldn't deal with the ones here.
And it's crazy. They do them the same way. Why do you feel like Sylvester? Do you feel like men want women they can control? He said, "Fuck it." That bitch told me. I suppose. Y'all, please, while he's figuring out how to unmute, give me a follow if you guys have not done so. Please continue to tap screen. Let's get up to 100K. That's 116 of us. I feel like we can get to 100K in the next 15 minutes. So by 12:30, we can definitely do so. Always the best way to support the lives via Cash App and or Venmo, which is I'm Jessica Simone. You see it scrolling across the top. Our nightly goal is 285. No, it was 333. We have 285 left. I appreciate it. It is Gemini season. My birthday is in approximately 17 days now, since it's after midnight. And Naquan's birthday is tomorrow, since it's after midnight. So a day and a half he kind of got. Tonight we're talking about why don't black males protect black women?
Hey, Jessica, did you see the video I sent you?
Which one? I have not. I have not.
With the black, I forget what they call themselves, the bully squad. They pulled up to this school to support this little black girl who's getting bullied.
Oh, no,
A
I
whole
didn't.
bunch of black men, they rolled up. I sent it to you. I said you would like this.
Do you know when you sent it?
Today.
Okay. So I can look. I'm gonna look at it right now.
Oh, they pulled up heavy because she had been getting bullied. I said, considering the nature of the conversation, I think you would like that.
Oh, did you send it to my backup account or this account?
Oh, I'm not sure you had a backup account.
Oh yeah, it's called I am Jessica Simone. It's in here. Let me see if I can. Can I put a search button on? Let me see really quick. Oh, so do you know how to unmute, Sylvester? Are you still having a hard time trying to figure it out?
Don't know how to mute.
Yeah, I think he's having a hard time. Sylvester.
Well, I don't know what he was going to say, but to me, it seems to me that like they very insecure. Like they scared.
But what makes I
can't
get
handle the pressure. They can't handle pressure when it comes to a black, strong, independent woman.
And why do you think that, like, instead of just stepping up to the plate and doing better?
Yeah.
Why do you think they run away?
It's really not a competition, to be honest.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that's what I've noticed.
Like they're gonna.
The demasculation of the black male has been going on for years, and we're seeing the culmination of it.
You might have sent it to my backup. I don't know if I can get in that one from here. Um, yeah, and it has. I mean, obviously too. By the white race. You know,
Hello.
in a
Oh, there he go. He's back.
What up, Sylvester? You made it?
Yeah, I made it back.
I'm fucking dying, Dave. Yes. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
this mute button is not acting right. But anyway, what you is your birthday coming up soon?
Yes.
Okay, mine is June 5th.
In
Okay.
2 or 3 days. Uh-oh.
Yes, 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so
Do you feel
me,
like?
Prince, we got about the same.
Do you feel like men?
I feel like what?
Do you feel like that? Why do you feel men want to control women?
It's not the fact that we want to control women or anything like that.
Tap tap
It's
tap. You guys.
we want an equal partner, okay, and we want a partner to listen to us. The problem with young ladies today is they do not um, like to listen to their man or take constructive criticism from them or anything like that. The new modern woman in America has changed from the format of women back in the day when I was coming up.
All right. So we're
Okay,
not
so
talking about tradition anymore because it's not traditional on either side. So things are new. So just
correct.
like you said that if I'm gonna have to pay bills, you're gonna have to pay bills. We're gonna have to come together. Which means if you want me to listen to you, you also have to listen to me. Correct? You also have
Correct.
to listen to her criticism. Correct?
Right. Okay. But sometimes you have to remember women criticize too much as opposed to listening and try to appreciate what they have accomplished and where they're at now. Some women, I'm not gonna say all, some women want more than what they're they would like to, give to the relationship. Okay.
Like what?
And well, you know, um, it's the attitude that these young ladies have nowadays. Now, I agree with Harold on a lot of things that he says. Okay. But the modern woman today has changed. Their attitude has changed.
Well, how has the modern man changed?
Well, the modern man has changed too, but you still got some brothers here who still have the foresight and the mind of what it used to be, say 15, 20 years ago when they were coming up. Okay.
Same with
And
women, right? You
yeah,
still have some
absolutely.
women who
In
have the
fact, the
mindset of
thing is, we're
15.
gonna have to come together with a happy medium. Okay. We're gonna have to come together where we're gonna have to agree, okay, on certain things in order for this thing to work and to continue.
Groscon.
Okay. Because we have too many obstacles out there, both of us, black men and black women.
Well, whatever inadequacies you see in today's relationship, you seem to be putting it all on women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting it all on women. I know there's some men out there that's messed up too.
What do you think? What
Okay,
do you
There's a
think the
lot of
modern
brothers
man
out
is
there
not
messed
doing
up.
right then?
Yeah, there's a lot of brothers out there with a mindset this off the chain and messed up too.
But what do you think? You said the modern women complain too much or they got too much attitude. What do you think the modern men? What do you think their issue is?
Quite frankly, I can't pinpoint.
So how can you
I really
pinpoint a rate? How can you
can't.
pinpoint a gender that you're
I
not
can't
even
pinpoint
associated
right
with,
now.
and you're
Yeah,
not even dating, but you can't pinpoint your own gender?
I talked to some of these brothers out here. As a matter of fact, yesterday, we had
Thank you.
a
Oh yeah, for
cookout,
the dollar. I ain't gonna say that. I love you. I love you.
and we had this cookout at the barber shop to give homage to this barber shop that's been in business in our community for about 30 years.
I gotta
And
protect
there
you
was a
too.
lot of young brothers that came out, and a lot of sisters came out too. Okay, and some of the older brothers were talking about these younger brothers on what is their mindset and why are they doing some of the things that they're doing in their community that is negative. Okay. You're doing a lot of negative things in your community. You're not helping the community. Back in the day when I was coming up, we had people like the Black Panther Party. Okay. Um, had people like Malcolm X, Martin
Facts,
Luther
too
King.
chill.
Okay. And we had a lot of brothers, man, that took care of the community.
Tap the screen.
Okay. Look out for the community. These brothers right that we got today are out of control. Just like the young ladies we got out here. They're out of control.
But what is the thing? What up, Hector? Hector, come here, busting on you boys. Thank you for the hard hands. What is the thing that these new modern men are doing that you feel like are doing wrong? And he done knocked that thing out. Can y'all try some coconuts for Hector in the chat, please?
First of all, the modern man, black man in black communities is supposed to look out for their community. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coming up, that's why you had, I was raised on the west side and south side of Chicago. So you had gangs like the El Rukins, okay?
So you saying that these new modern men are not taking care of their community?
They're not taking care of their community.
Mm-hmm.
They're not looking out for the community.
As far as when it comes to black women, what are they not doing when it comes to these relationships? Because when you talked about these relationships, you said that women complain too much and asking for too much. When it comes to these relationships in the new modern black men, what are black men, these new modern men, doing wrong? Because you had an opinion about what the black women are doing wrong, and I just want to see how observing you are. What about the black men, the new modern black men? What are they doing wrong in the relationship?
Then, as far as relationships, I can't really tell you because I don't know what the dating game is right now.
Then how do you know what women are doing then? How do you know that women are complaining?
All I can tell you is what I see on social media.
So how do you know that? So you got this answer that women complain too much and that they're asking for too much from social media.
What I'm seeing on social media, yes.
But you ain't seeing nothing about what black men are doing.
Oh, I can tell you they probably not stepping up to the plate like they need to. Yes.
Like what?
They probably are not.
Like what? Stepping up to the plate in which ways? Not protecting, not providing, not being faithful. Well, men ain't never been faithful, but.
Well, I mean, that's for you to say.
Have you ever cheated on your wife?
There's some good brothers out there who do not cheat.
Have you ever cheated on your wife?
No, I have not.
You wouldn't tell me if you did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever cheated on a woman ever?
Have I ever? Well, back in my dating days, I wouldn't say it was cheating. Let's say I was sowing my oats and I was looking for the woman that was going to be my future wife.
Mm-hmm. So before you and your wife got married, did you cheat on her before you got married? Was you sowing your raw oats before y'all got married?
No.
So when you was dating, you already knew she was the one?
I knew she was the one.
How long did y'all dating before you got married?
Year and a half.
And you've been with her ever since. So, but you worried about what all the other women doing?
I'm not worried about what they're doing. I mean, I'm just listening to the young brothers out here complaining on social media.
But you don't hear women complaining.
I hear the women complaining too, but also guess what? On social media,
I was just asking on the social media, what the women complaining about what?
Jessica. Also on social media, I'm seeing women stepping up to the plate and complaining, saying that these young women today are asking for too much themselves and saying that they're not worthy of it.
Hold on, what? Vernon, thank you for the $5 for someone. Please take Papa's social media away now, okay? Just focus on your wife, because that is not what's going on. Drop some coconuts for Vernon in the chat, okay?
Let me talk about the young women that's in their 20s.
If I can find one, Jessica, I'm gonna send it to you, okay? But there's a lot of young ladies out there that's complaining, saying that the young women out here are out of control.
Bro, is your whole reality based on social media?
Not really.
I want to.
No.
So it's what? It's YouTube, Facebook, and what else?
TikTok.
That's still social media.
So you perform.
Part of social media, isn't it?
You are forming your opinions about women on social media, not the reality that they may be dealing with outside of social media.
I also deal with people outside of social media, and I'm hearing the same complaints.
You
But you
mean the
still haven't
pygmies,
came up with
basically.
anything that black men are doing wrong. You haven't listed one thing.
I can't say what the black man is doing wrong because each
Well,
relationship.
how do you have a whole list of things about what women are
I'm not in
doing
that
wrong?
person's
That part.
relationship, so I can't tell you. I'm not qualified to tell you what
So
they're
then,
doing wrong.
so how
But
do
then
you
how are you
have a list
qualified to say
about
what
what women are doing wrong?
I'm not qualified to tell what a woman is doing wrong.
But you
I'm
have
just
that's
going by what I see on social media. I'm going by what I see when I'm talking to other people out here in the real world. Also,
See, this is probably why women have issues dealing with men. If they are forming their whole opinion about them on social media, then of course they're going to start.
Hold on. Oh yeah, thank you for the dollar says. So basically, what you saying is you taking the side of these whole ass little boys who can't wipe their ass, but you
I'm
mad
not
at
taking
us
this side.
for not
Now,
taking
see
they
that now,
shit, and
Jessica,
you
now
really
out of
lucky. I
now you out
respect
of
Jess and
order.
her lives because I'll show you my
Jessica,
attitude. I haunt
Jessica,
you
you're out of
forever,
order.
even in the nursing home.
You're out of
Yo,
order,
Johnson Coconuts for all
Jessica.
y'all in the chat. I love you, baby.
Jessica, you're out of order.
You can't tell me
Okay,
I'm out of order. This is my live.
you are.
You can't tell me I'm
Hold
not
on.
out of order. This is my
You're out
live
of
stream.
order, Jessica.
This is my live stream. This is the thing. So why do you feel like,
I'm glad it's your
Sylvester, why
live
do you
stream.
feel
But
like
guess
you
what?
can come in my live
You
and
out of order
control
in your
my,
live stream
why do you feel like you even have the authority to come in my live stream and tell me what order my live should be in? Why do you even feel like you have that type of authority?
because I am a part of the panel. Let's put it to you like that. So I have the authority if I'm part of the panel.
Hold on. Where do you find that rule at?
It's my
Who
rule.
told you that? This my house. You can't go to nobody else's house making up your own rules just because you done walked in the house and you sit at the table. You eat what I serve. You don't control
What you
anything.
serving right now is out of order.
You can't tell
It's
me
definitely
anything. It's gonna be in whatever order I say it is.
Yeah,
Sylvester, how old are you?
I'm old enough. Let's put it to you like that.
Then a motherfucker.
See, now why gotta be all that?
Just talk to Harold.
Why do I
Talk
have
to
to do
Harold.
all that, Jessica?
Talk to
My
Harold.
man.
Yes.
Talk to Harold because you obviously need a second.
Why do
You
I have
obviously
to
need
do
a
all
second. You talk to the wrong
Hold on,
person.
Harold. Hold on, Harold.
Yes.
My man, you
Why do I
you
have
you
to do all
used
that,
a
Jessica?
coming to America line. You're old as hell. You're old as hell. I was sowing my oil roots. Old as hell.
That's what I thought of when I heard it too. I could only think of Coming to America.
And then for you to be on her panel and say, "Oh, I gotta have say so because I'm on your panel."
Well, you getting out of order.
Get that shit out. Hey, I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got this. I am a grown ass man. I'm gonna give respect. Your respect is earned. It's not given.
Respect if I'm given.
Ren, thank you for the dollar that says so. Basically, he has a confirmation bias about women. Basically, drop some coconuts for Ren, because basically, how you doing, Rennie? Drop some coconuts for Ren, y'all. Yeah,
You about as old as a goddamn heart attack, and you up here on YouTube watching Red Pill Bros.
you can't tell me what order to put my live in and what the order is. Only I control that. Okay, I just want you. If you're gonna be up here, you're gonna respect how I do things, and if you don't like it, you know what to do. You know what to
You gotta
do.
respect my authority.
It seemed like it was a demand.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. That was wild.
Gonna respect my authority, man.
Yeah, we online. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, he have been on social media too much.
Yeah,
that's that
you gotta
Red
get out
Pill
of touch.
Bro
Where
shit.
is your wife? Where is your wife? She probably just glad you're not talking to her.
Getting protection from the best
Let
friend.
me tell you something. Women get in a part of a relationship with like, I don't give a fuck what you do. Just leave me alone. I come from a really big family, and all of my aunties whose husband have passed away have all vouched that they don't want nobody else's son. They don't want to date nobody. they're happier than they've ever been. They laugh harder than they've ever laughed before. I don't gotta touch the soul to know it's hot. I'm like, oh, you was miserable. Why the fuck do I want to sign up for that shit? The
They
fuck?
going to single life, independent. Don't have to deal with stress. Don't have to deal with
Cheating.
a little boy.
New babies.
Don't have to. Yeah.
Doodle
And that's how my mom
draws.
feel. That's how my
I
mother
got an
feel.
honest
She
question
loving
for
her
him
life.
because what side of Wakanda? Come off mute real quick. I got a question for you.
I didn't want to
you've been
mute
married
him because
35
it takes him a long time to get off mute.
I'm sending him an invite to come off.
I
You
sent
said you've
him a
been
couple
married.
of them. Marriage doesn't benefit women at all. At all. The fuck? That's why they couldn't wait to get up out that beat. Let me tell y'all something. When my daddy was sick, right? May he rest in peace, whatever. And he had cancer. And then, the last few weeks, they're not really talking. They're not really doing much. And it's a very sentimental story about how he waited on all of us to be there. Thank you, dearest. But when he finally passed away, they called his death or whatever, and we all standing around there. And, we're all standing around the bed. He was able to die at the house. But sometimes with dead bodies, they kind of jerk or something like that. And he looked like he was about to come back alive again. The look at my mama face looked like she's like, bitch, I wish the fuck you would. I'll grab this pillow and unalive you myself. Don't you even dare think about coming the fuck back. It's over. Man, my mom been the happiest she had ever been in her life. I watched her do something to her soul. Okay? She was like, bitch, not today. Not today. She done called your death. Because, when they called it, it's like, there's a relief and you move into the next chapter mentally. And the things that you might act like it's going to be a little bit longer, no. No, Satan. Not today. The look on her face.
I think he was trying to hold on a little bit more.
Yeah, my mama said, no, the fuck you ain't.
I pray and I hope that you find someone to love you and you love them.
You know how loved I am? Do you know how loved I am? You see, this is the thing. Y'all underestimate. You underestimate real love. Like, you can get. There's a certain type of intimacy sometimes that you can even get from your friend. Y'all think intimacy is sex. Intimacy is just having somebody to give you a hug when you need it, a shoulder to cry on, somebody that you could be vulnerable with, somebody who's going to be there and pick you up when you are down. Like, you know how many people like that I have in my life? My family is big and they're a loving family. My royal family, my chosen family is big and they're a loving family. The friends that I have in my life, even the people that I've dated before, do you know how much they fucking love me? Do you know how much they fucking love me? I don't even, Oya said I can call them and have a conversation, send me $1,000. And I could call this motherfucker right now and they will come in here and vouch that they'll send me $1,000 and I don't even really talk to them. They'll send me whatever I need. I'm loved. You think that a marriage is fucking just equates to love. And I've watched a lot of my aunties, including my mom, be miserable as fuck. I've never even heard my daddy say, I love you too, my mom. But maybe once. And I think I forced it. I'm like, I don't never hear that. Fuck are you talking about? You don't know what love is. The love that you're talking about, I don't know if you've even seen before or even given it to anybody. I experienced in a multitude of ways from multiple people. I talk about how grateful I am to experience such love every day because there are people who don't even get one person to love them the way that I have multiple people in my life that fucking love me and I love them. And that's the superpower that we have together.
That's right, Jess.
Period. Come on, Harold. Come on, y'all.
Everybody
Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick, y'all. So what's side of Wakanda? I got a question for you. You've been married 35 years, right?
I love y'all too.
Do you have any kids? You said you've been married 35 years. Do you have any kids?
I have one son.
So let's say hypothetical, you had a daughter. You're gonna tell her, because y'all keep liking to use this fucking word obey like they're fucking dogs. That shit is disgusting. I wish a man would tell my daughter that shit.
About anybody obeying anybody? I haven't used that term.
You use the term you need to listen.
I used that word obey.
You used the word you need to listen and take orders, didn't you?
I didn't say listen and take orders.
You use something of that line.
Your mind is reading too much.
No. You use something of that nature. That's the original reason I came up. My mind ain't reading too much into nothing.
I believe it is. Because
But
you
again,
never heard me say it.
So again,
let's
let's say hypothetical. You had a daughter and a man is sitting there in front of you and say, "Oh, you gotta obey me. You gotta listen to me. I have say so in this because you belong to me."
Tap the screen, you guys.
Why do you think I didn't use that word obey? That's something you just brought up.
I'm okay. So let's use the example you use for Jess because I'm on your panel. I gotta have say so. So let's use that hypothetical on your daughter. You had a daughter. You sitting there, and the man is telling your daughter that same bullshit. What are you gonna say?
I would talk to my daughter and tell her that she needs to find either another man or something like that because he's not.
So you're not gonna like it because it's your daughter.
Of course not. Why do you think I didn't use the word?
Use the same logic.
Heard me use those terminologies.
Use the same. No. You told her you gotta have say so because
you haven't heard me use those terminology.
So you didn't just tell her you have to have say so because you're on her panel?
I have to have a say so, yes.
Because you're on her panel, correct?
Right. So what's the purpose of having a panel
if
they don't have a right?
This is why I be crashing out, right, Hector?
Hey, Buttercup, hold on, Buttercup.
What is the purpose of having a panel?
Hey, Buttercup,
They
Buttercup.
do not have the right to speak and say something on the panel.
Didn't nobody say you didn't have the right to speak, but you can't tell me how I'm gonna run my panel.
So fun fact. Somebody
that's up to you how you run your panel.
I know that.
Hey, stop crashing out. Stop crashing out. So I'm coming to
you
your
don't know
house.
what the order is.
You are. So I'm all right.
crashing
So
out.
hold on. So
No, don't use the mind game that I'm crashing out.
Let me
fool.
use a better logic. I'm coming to your
Thank you.
house. I'm coming to your house right now. I'm going in your bed. I'm sleeping next to your wife. Why? Because you let me in your house, so I got say so. You see how that works?
Ain't nobody coming to my house.
You see how that works?
Allow them.
You see how that works?
My house like that.
Do you see how that works?
Do you understand that?
Do you see how that works?
You know what the word peace means in Italian? Do you understand?
Do you see how that works?
You don't know that. If you at work, you don't answer that phone. It's gonna be some.
That's the same thing what happened to you. You can't control what's going on if you at work, young man.
Hey,
same thing that goes on in your household. Can you control that?
So Sylvester, so you saying that while you at work? Hold on, so Sylvester. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Sylvester, you saying that while you're at work, Naquan can sleep with your wife?
Okay. Can no man control that?
True.
First of all. Okay.
Really?
Second of all, if she does that, then she's not your wife or your woman in the first place, because she does not give you the respect.
So why do you
see me?
Hold on, why do
Now,
you?
Harold, that's the same. Let's use this in the same token for you. Can you control what your wife do when you at work?
What my wife do?
Who you asking?
Who, me?
Hey, yes, you.
What my wife do?
I respect women, so any woman I decide to marry. Hold on, I got
same thing for you.
No, hold on. I got this. So I respect women. So any woman I decide to marry will respect me as well. I don't have to play all those. You gotta listen to me. This is my house. Most of you motherfuckers ain't even on the deeds to your own house and claiming it as your house.
Yes, what? I own my.
You caught that, Ed?
What they gotta do?
I got.
Hold on. 1 second. Let me introduce you. Sylvester. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. You're out of order. You're out of order.
Okay.
Say
I'm out of order, Jeff.
Tell it like it is. Welcome to the chat. I see that you're very into the comments before we get started. Let's do a quick level set. You guys, go ahead and give me a follow if you're not done. So let's tap the screen, get up to 100K. We're almost there. We're at 22K. Once I learn how to cut these comments off, we're gonna get to tapping. Because I said we will get to like 10:30. We should be able to get to 100K. It's been like 20 minutes. You guys, please tap and save the way that we're able to continue to push the live stream out and be able to have these conversations, right? Always the best way to support the live via Cash App and or Venmo. We have 277 left in the nightly goal. It is Gemini season, so feel free to show your girl some love all month. And Amanda, thank you for the $25 for You Are Amazing. And also Bugsby 1010, thank you for the $5 for Tell Them Jess. Okay. Thank you so much, Bugsby. I appreciate you. Drop some coconuts for Bugsby and some massive coconuts for Amanda as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we have 7 heart kisses left in our gift goal for the moment. Again, tap the screen. I'm going to give us to the next 7 minutes because it's already been 20 minutes to get to 100K, or we're going to turn the comments off until we can get to 100K. We definitely, please, especially any way that you can help. Please tap. Thank you so much. Tell it like it is. How are you doing? I see you possibly causing a lot of ruckus in the chat.
I ain't trying to cause no ruckus. I'm trying to help my people.
Okay. You trying to heal your people? Are you a therapist?
I'm trying to help my people.
Okay.
And no, can you just not take advice from a random person?
No, I thought you
They
said
have to
heal
be.
as if you were a therapist. That's why I asked. I can ask that.
Oh, okay. No, I'm trying to help my people.
Okay, and help them in what type of way? Before you answer that, let me go ahead and get this out the way. Oh yeah, thank you for the $10 donuts that said, Grandpa, that is a grown ass fine chocolate man that you were talking to. Watch your mouth. He can definitely control what the fuck I do in or out the bedroom. Dinner cooked and laundry done, house spotless behind that one. Hypothetically, of course. Drop some coconuts for all y'all in the chat, baby. She said, baby, I'm a whole traditional woman. Okay, you respect me, you gonna get everything that you asking for and more. What are you talking about? Coconuts right now. Okay, but you said you were trying to heal our people in what way?
Help our people.
Okay, you
Gain
trying to
some
help our people in
understanding.
what way? My apologies.
Yeah, just trying to gain some understanding. Like
Gain
from
some
the wisdom
understanding or help
that
our
I've
people?
acquired. Trying to help our people.
Okay.
Gain some understanding.
Oh, okay. You trying to help our people gain some understanding?
Yes.
Got you. And in what type of way?
So I just want to start with this because this was weird, whole weird little vibe, especially with the dudes that's on the panel. So this a question to y'all: when you got a wife, even a girlfriend, right, and y'all staying together, y'all committed to each other. Are you telling me that you don't want this woman to listen to you, and you don't listen to your wife? Like what kind of times are we in for that to be made fun of? Like, and then you keep trying to twist his words and use words that sound more harsh, like obey. He didn't say obey. He said listen to.
Listen is a form of telling somebody to obey. Now, taking advice from your partner is a different thing. So you came up here with your whole chest out like you was about to sue somebody.
Hold on, Naquan, before you.
Let's say this.
Hold on, Naquan, before you get at him. Hold on, one second.
Let me give an example.
No.
Right?
I think it's important for us to lay down the foundation really quick. When we say listen, what does that mean?
Okay, let's take this scenario. Black man, black woman, they married. Right? These type of videos are all over the internet. Been all over the internet. So a woman telling her man, no, you need to come home after you get off work. I need you at the house. I need help with the kids. Is she telling him what to do? And is he submitting in that situation? Because these things go on, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Hold on. We can get to that. I have no problem. I would love for us to set the foundation on what you guys mean when you say women don't need to listen. What does listening mean? That means when you say something to her, like, hey, my toes hurt, you just want her to be quiet and listen, correct?
Come on now. I feel like you're being facetious.
No. Okay. Well, how about you tell me? So that way we can lay a foundation and everybody can know what we mean when we say it.
Say it's 2:00 in the morning. My wife, needs something from the store. And she said she finna go. She finna go to Walmart at 2:00 in the morning.
Tell me a time when you are telling her to listen to you. Not when you asking her when she's trying to tell you to listen to her. What men are talking about, women don't listen to them.
That's what I just said. If you let me finish, that's what I just said. So
Okay.
I'm telling her not to go to the store at 2:20. She look, it's what that your panel was about yesterday. This is what your live was about yesterday.
Right.
She want me to protect her, right? How is she not gonna listen to me when I'm trying to, help her avoid danger? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you probably don't. I don't like that. These shorts that you wear, your ass hanging out. You know what I'm saying? So if we out in public and I get into it with a dude, you expect me to fight him, right? So why you can't just put on something that I know that I feel will garner less danger in a situation like that, or even going to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning because it's dangerous for women to be out at night. This is the reality that we live in. Even men avoid danger.
Hold on.
We
No, no,
avoid
no, no,
danger on
no.
the daily. I'm not finna go to listen real quick. Last point. I'm not finna go to California in a blood neighborhood without blue on because it's dangerous. It's not that it don't matter about it being right or wrong. Of course, we know gangs is wrong. That shit shouldn't exist, especially not the way they doing it these days. But
Did
why
you
would
really
I
just
put
No, no, no,
myself
no,
in
no, no.
this
Hold on. No, no,
situation?
no. Hold on. Go ahead. Finish.
Why would I put myself in a dangerous situation when I know what the outcome is gonna be? Instead of blaming the situation, how about I just go the other route?
Okay. Are you done? Because I think,
Kinda,
huh?
kinda.
Okay, can I speak now, or is that a good
Yeah,
spot,
yeah, for
or do
sure.
you
Go
need to
ahead.
land the plane?
No, yeah, you can go
Okay,
ahead.
so I think that's where where we're getting the miscommunication is. The word listen means to give attention with ear, to attend closely for the purpose of hearing, right?
And that would be the
Hold
exact
on.
situation if I told her not to do
You're,
something. She giving
okay.
me
You see
attention
how
with
you
her
spoke and
ears.
I didn't interrupt you and I let you finish.
I'm just trying to
So
guide the
okay,
ship. You know what I'm
so all
saying?
right,
I'm
so
saying we talking about the
you
same
see
thing.
how you spoke, and I respected
I'm just
you,
saying
and
we're
I
saying the
was
same
quiet.
thing. I didn't want you to go. Of course, we saying the same thing.
I would, if you would let me speak, maybe I would tell, like you just told me. If you would let me speak, I'm about to say it.
Okay.
So again, that's where the miscommunication is. Listen means to give attention with ear. It does not mean when you tell me you shouldn't go to the store at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm listening. The choice is still mine. That's why Naquan come up here and say y'all want them to obey you, because listening is just hearing what you say. Obeying means that I do what you say. So when you say I don't like your shorts, I hear you, but I make the decision myself. You're mad that I didn't obey you. I didn't do what you wanted me to do. So that's what the miscommunication is. If you guys want a woman to do what you say that. Don't say you're not listening to me. I hear you all day. I just heard everything that you just said. But your grief
So
is her not going to the store anyway, which means she didn't obey with what you would want her to do. Your grief is her putting on the little shorts anyway. If she want to look good, I'm sure she with you, so she protected. She can't wear what she want to wear. You don't want your woman to look good or feel good.
No.
That's why men need to hold other men accountable, because women wouldn't even feel like they was in danger if y'all was holding each other accountable. Men are the danger.
exactly. So if I'm the protector, if you expect me to beat a nigga up, beat a dude
Hold
up,
on. Why do you always
when
resort to violence? Why can't if
what do
somebody
you mean?
disrespecting him, like,
Okay,
hey,
so
this my woman, we ain't about that, leave her alone? Why does the first thing you think is violence and y'all already scared?
because as
You
a
already
man, we
scared
all know
because
that it may very well turn into
you're
that.
not able
But
to handle
wait.
conflict.
You
You don't
don't
have
you
any
don't
conflict
you don't know me
resolution
well enough to
skills.
make that statement. You don't know me well enough to make that statement. What
Hey,
men
You
both
do
of
don't
y'all
have
know
any
can't
is when
conflict
you
interrupt the
go,
same
resolution
listen
time.
though,
skills.
listen though, hold on, I
The
just let
first
y'all talk.
thing the
When
first
you
thing
go
you
when
said
you
was
go
we
have
gotta beat a
conflict with a
nigga up.
man, listen. Sometimes when you have a conversation with a man like that, that's what it's gonna turn to. Right or
Why?
wrong, fellas.
Why?
Right or wrong, fellas, because that's nature.
What
That's in our
it's
DNA.
men's
That's our
nature.
that's our nature.
Is
That's
is
our
y'all
nature.
nature to fight?
Is it not?
Bullshit.
But hold on, don't you
Are
feel
we?
like,
Are
so
we
hold
not?
on,
Wait, wait.
but can't you?
Are we not an aggressive breed? Are we
You
not an
No.
aggressive breed?
okay? So you don't
Yeah,
know how
men
to
are
hold on.
aggressive.
Do you not know how
Men
to?
are
Do you
aggressive.
know any conflict resolution skills? Do you think, but just because somebody says something disrespectful, it has to automatically be a fight? That's
Listen,
very
it's not.
emotionally reactive, which
I
is
don't
why men
gotta be
shouldn't
the
be
one
leading
to
the
start the
world.
fight. When I go check that nigga, sometimes he gonna wanna fight.
How
That's
do you
what
know?
come
How do
with
you
it.
know he's not gonna cower? But like, oh my bad, bro, I didn't know. How do you know he's not
Sometimes
gonna
they
have
will,
respect for you?
sometimes they won't.
How do
You're
you
not listening.
know?
Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't.
But the
Man,
first
hey,
thing you said
listen,
is I gotta beat a nigga
whoever
up.
Hey, listen, whoever I done ever checked ain't never wanted to step with me.
So
I
you
hold
have
my
proof
own.
that it's not. It doesn't always
Listen
end up
though.
in a fight. So
Okay,
why
but
is the
it
first
can't.
thing you say
It's
I
a
gotta beat a nigga
possibility.
up?
It's a possibility, right or wrong.
It's a possibility, but if it's a
Okay,
possibility,
okay.
you
ain't
just
even gotta
said
go
that
back. It's
all
a
the times that
possibility.
you didn't check the nigga, y'all didn't fight. So the possibility is very, very low. So if the
That's not with
possibility is very,
everybody.
very
That's not
low,
every
and you
situation.
most likely
That's
are
a
not even
broad
gonna get in a
scale that
fight,
you trying
why
to
is it
minimize.
does it scare you to protect your woman because she got on little shorts and she want to have look good? She with you, so she good.
You making up scenarios. You making up scenarios.
You
But
just
like I said,
said,
you
you
don't know
just
me well
said that
enough
any nigga
to
you
make that
check,
statement.
y'all don't fight.
So what? So
I'm
how does
going off
that?
what you're
How does
telling
that
me.
equate to me being? How does that equate to me being scared? What are you talking
I
about?
didn't even say that.
What you just say about being scared?
I said, why do you feel like that the first thing you got to do is beat a nigga up?
Because it's the possibility of the
And
situation.
then
If
how
I go
many?
check him,
Every
we may
possible.
fight.
All right. So how many times have you checked the nigga and y'all ended up in a fight? You just said I ain't never checked a nigga. He ain't never wanted to fight me, right? You just said that.
I'm one man. How many men on this
I
earth?
didn't ask you that. I
If you
asked,
ask, if you ask all men on this earth, how many times have you checking a nigga resulted in a fight? I
I'm not
guarantee you gonna
asking
get a
them.
lot of
I'm
yeses.
asking you for
Like that's
your experience. What about your
but you
experience?
know this though.
I'm asking
I've
you
had
your
fights. I've had plenty of
experience.
fights, but in the last few years, me checking dudes didn't result to a fight.
And how
It
did you check
resulted in
them?
them respecting my word,
Right,
going to them and
because
telling them how I
you
felt.
were
Talk to them like a man, face
exercising
to face.
you were using your words and exercising your conflict resolution
But
skills.
every time
And
it's not gonna turn out the
how
same though.
can you, Mr. Tell It Like It Is, teach other men how to use
I don't
conflict
wait, wait, wait,
resolution
wait.
skills instead of thinking that the first thing they have to do is fight?
Are you comprehending what I'm telling you?
Are you
Sometimes it
comprehending?
will result in a fight. Sometimes it will result in a fight.
Can I jump in
So
real
if
quick?
I
Yeah,
know,
because obviously you don't listen to women.
if
Okay,
I know
so
that
hold
sometimes
on.
if I
I'm
gotta
gonna
check
lose
these
that. Hold
dudes
on. Hey, hold
because
on.
she put herself
Hey,
in a
hey,
dangerous
hey,
situation by having her cheeks
hey,
out.
Hold
hey,
on,
I'm
hey.
gonna
before.
sound this aggressive.
Yeah, hold on 1 second before you get to it. Oh yeah, thank you for the dollar donut. Say a female soldier was assaulted with just her army uniform on back in the 1980s in Italy. Her uniform, the same uniform that the men who assaulted her also wore. What the fuck got to do with what the fuck do clothes got to do with predators? They don't give a fuck what you wearing. The shorts could be little. She could be dressed like a nun. If a man gonna do it, he gonna do it. That's why I don't give a. That's why I don't understand the whole. We don't want men in women's restrooms. Men ain't never dressed like no woman to go in the women's restroom and assault no woman. Men ain't never had to play dress up like no woman to assault another woman. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's
Try some coconuts with
comparing
oh yeah. Go ahead, Nicole.
that comparing booty shorts to going into a gang territory was fucking wild. I don't know how he came up with those two goddamn things. But again, so by your logic, I'm gonna lose your logic. You got a possibility of getting hit by a car every time you cross the street. So you gonna stop crossing the street? Because it's dangerous.
Oh, I hate when they don't know how to go. Why they figure that out? Oh yeah, thank you for the dollar that says that NBA.
Walk into the
Hold on,
street because you ain't scared, or
one
you
second. I
gonna
got
look
you.
both
Give me 1
ways. So you
second.
cross the
Even,
street.
even
Hold
when you
on,
look
1
both
second,
ways.
y'all. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just say.
And you talking about scenarios? What kind of scenario is that?
1 second. Jamal, first of all, thank you for the $5 for these niggas need therapy and the motherfucking script. Okay? Okay, a strong ass script. Oh yeah, thank you for the dollar. Says NBA young felony. You wanna fight you wanna fight because you really not about that. You have fragile masculinity, and we can tell because you're raising your voice at a woman who is speaking to you, not yelling at you. Let me break this down for you in your terms. You a bitch ass nigga. Drop some coconuts for all y'all in the chat, please. Go ahead, Naquan.
Even when you look both ways, you still have a high probability of getting hit by a car because somebody is driving dumb. So again, looking both ways ain't gonna help you. So again, are you gonna stop crossing the street? You're just gonna stay on one block? I hate when they got to fight for the mute button.
Hey, what you said? I was muted, bro.
So again, even when you look both ways. You have a high probability of getting hit by a car. So are you going to stop crossing the street? I'm losing your logic. Are you going to stop crossing the street? You just going to stay on one block?
Yo, to be honest, you is not using my logic.
I am
My
losing your
logic.
logic because you tried to make first of all, your logic didn't even make no sense. You tried to compare wearing booty
Yours,
shorts.
yours don't make
You
sense.
try to compare wearing booty shorts into going into a fucking gang neighborhood. I used to be a
No,
gang member.
you miss it.
Fun
But you
fact.
missing my
We
point.
didn't attack
You
women
missing my
with
point.
booty
And you
shorts
being a
on.
game member ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Hey,
It's
bro,
a fun
listen.
fact. You tried to compare booty shorts to going into a gang neighborhood wearing rival gang colors. It ain't the same. So again, by your logic, I'm gonna
So
use your
you're
logic
not
again.
listening. Why
I'm
would
gonna
I go
lose your
into
logic
neighborhood
again.
with the
I'm gonna
wrong
lose
colors
your
on,
logic
knowing it's
again.
dangerous? Why would I do that? So
I'm
why
gonna
would you
lose
go
your logic
outside
again.
with small with half
Hey.
naked, knowing it's
Hold on.
dangerous,
Okay,
bro?
okay,
Shut
okay,
up
okay. Hold
while
on.
I'm
One second.
talking,
One
boo.
second. One
I
second.
listen to you.
Tell it like it is. It doesn't matter
You
what
answer the
clothes that you
question.
have on. Women get assaulted, just like Oya just said. A woman will get assaulted in her uniform. Her uniform as a soldier,
Niggas is fully clothed.
fully
Let's start
clothed.
there. Which one is more dangerous?
We have
Which
nurses
one is
that
more
talk
dangerous?
about the nurses
Completely
talk
naked
about how
or
the
fully clothed? Okay. So
sexual assault
you're not
victims.
being real, bro.
You're not being real. Have you ever? Are you a woman?
Come on now.
Have you a woman who ever got sexually
Fully
assaulted?
naked. You
You
said
not
fully
okay.
clothed
Let
is
me help you guys. Let me speak to the audience, and if you want to listen, you can listen. Nurses talk about the of victims that they treat. Women who are nuns, women in hijabs, babies and kids in diapers. What you think the kid just at the club walking around in booty shorts? Children, soldiers. You don't have to be naked. You don't have to have on booty shorts to get raped. The fuck are you talking about?
Just don't
That's
forget
how I
about
know you don't know nothing. Elderly women.
And don't forget about Muslim women wearing a whole hijabi, face covered and everything, legs covered, even their ankles covered.
Still. And the fact that, and this is what I don't like. Now that I was thinking about it, I had an epiphany. And I know we've all been here, men, women, parents, whatever. They say you should cover up so you can leave something to the imagination. Why am I trying to appease to make a man imagine what I have up under my clothes sexually? Why is that the goal? Why am I covering up so I can leave something so he can imagine and fantasize about me sexually and what's up under my clothes? Why is that my goal? Because one thing it happens is when you leave it up to the quote unquote imagination, they want it more and they're more likely to try to come and take it. So if I just put it all out, you already know what you're gonna get. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not trying to entice your imagination so you could fantasize about me being naked and wonder what's under there and hopefully not get catfished. The fuck? Ren, thank you for the $5. It said my husband doesn't care what I wear and I don't have to earn his protection. Thank you. Shout out to the real fucking man. SA is about power, but his smooth brain cannot fucking comprehend. Period. Drop some coconuts for Ren in the chat. And again, drop some coconuts for just real men. Please. I love y'all so much more after these conversations. The fuck? Talking about because she naked. She gonna, what the fuck? Anyways. And then Van, you said stepped away for a few minutes, so I don't know if the question was answered about what black women needed protection from. Yeah, period. Men, period. But why, as black women, why do you feel like black men aren't protecting black women, Van? Exactly. I go outside. Clever said, I go outside with short shorts on at least 5 times a week. Why does that mean I'm asking for it?
Just like walking in the wrong neighborhood with a bunch of jewelry on. You asking for it, right or wrong. You know better. Why
Yellow
would you? Rappers
advertising.
don't even do that. They go to concerts, they go to
That's
different cities, they take their jewelry
advertising.
off, right?
Y'all logic are not making sense
They
whatsoever.
said, wait, how
I
short?
use
Man, that made the most
advertisement.
sense anybody
No,
said in
no,
this
it
chat
don't.
all day.
No, it don't. Because
Why
I
would I
worked in New
go in
York.
a
Hey, fun fact. I had
wrong
I had Canary Diamond earrings before they was
man?
popular. And I walked all around Brooklyn. I walked all around Baltimore. I walked all around Virginia. I walked
Yep,
all
my
around
cup is
Florida.
full.
Yeah. My
It's
point still
only
stands.
weak-minded men that
Why
think
would you
that
do
bull
that?
crap.
It's more dangerous to do that. No, it's
No, no.
logical men that know that.
Only
So
weak-minded men think
This
that
ain't this
bullcrap.
ain't this ain't
okay,
bro. This ain't
so
no fairy tale.
tell it
This is
like it
real
is.
life.
Tell it like it is. You saying that when women go out with short shorts, they're asking for it because you know men inherently want to. Not only do you already said that they're inherently aggressive in nature and they want
We
to
already
fight in
know
nature.
those
You
type of
also
men
telling
are
me
the
that
problem, right?
a lot of men or majority of men are also inherently rapists, right? Hey, Glitzy Boo, how you doing,
I
baby?
wouldn't say majority, but yeah, a lot of them, yeah.
Right
And
there.
we
So,
already acknowledge that that's the problem.
okay,
So,
all right,
right, we
right.
know
So,
there's a problem.
right. So
We know
we
there's a
do know that
problem,
women
right?
are not
That
safe from
exists.
a lot of majority of
So
men,
how do
right?
you counteract that problem?
Majority. So what do you think the nuns did when they had on their full outfits and they were assaulted? What do you
Y'all
think?
saying
What
that
about
as if
children?
okay, we understand that it can happen at any situation. I
It's
understand that.
I'm saying that to say
But
it don't
y'all
matter
acting
what
like
you. It doesn't
you
matter
can't
what
put
you
yourself in
wear.
more danger than not.
It doesn't matter what you wear.
What is the woman asking for
What
if
are
she
you talking
goes out in short? What exactly is she
about? Sense do
asking
that
for?
make
Oh,
matter
that's a
what
good
you wear?
question. Go
If
ahead,
you got a
Harold. Ask
woman
it.
walking around a block just completely naked, you gonna sit here and act like that's the same as a woman that's fully clothed? Are we for real, bro?
Okay, we're talking about shorts. So what is it that she's asking
Cause
for?
she's not
No,
naked.
no,
She got
no.
on
We
shorts.
going to the extreme with it.
No, no,
We
no.
going
You
to the
said that
extreme with it.
your woman don't listen to you and obey you when you say don't put on little shorts. So
That's
if
not
she
what I
has on
said.
you
That's
did
not
say
what I
that.
said. I gave you a scenario.
Okay,
It
well,
You did
any
not say
woman
that. I
that
gave you a
walks out in
scenario.
shorts, what is it exactly that she's asking for?
Attention.
Bro, what it
Attention.
Coming to America, he wasn't asking you.
What she's asking for. Attention.
Coming to America, he was not
is he
asking
wrong?
you. No.
What
Is
is
No,
he
it
no, no.
she's
wrong?
Tell it.
asking
No, tell
for?
it. What are you asking for?
He said it.
So attention.
Attention.
So what's wrong with attention? What's wrong to say, hey, you looking good?
Unnecessary
That's attention.
bro.
That's attention.
No, no, no.
Hey,
You
how
asking
you
for the
doing? You
wrong
looking
type of
good,
attention.
man? You doing your thing? That's
That's
attention.
just like
That
man, look,
attention is not
I'm from
dangerous.
Dallas. You got
What is
different
she
hoods in
asking
Dallas,
for?
right?
You
If I
said you
go to
gonna have to
South,
beat up a
listen,
nigga
if I
because a
go to
nigga
South
say
Dallas, if I
your
go to
girl
South
look
Dallas,
good.
listen, if I
In
go see y'all,
today's
y'all be talking about I'm
society,
not listening, but
it
y'all keep over
can
talking
be
me. If I go to
dangerous.
South Dallas throwing up Oak Cliff, am I not asking for the wrong type of attention? If I go to a police station talking about fuck the police, am I not asking for the wrong type of attention?
What type of attention is she gonna get?
Unwanted attention.
Like what?
Like men being aggressive, trying to holler, might be trying to grope on her, grab on her, might try to
But
grape
So
her,
no, no.
right?
Attention is
she
different
is
from
with
being
you,
groped.
but if she is with you,
Unwanted,
she should have nothing to worry
yeah.
about.
She
If
ain't got
she's
nothing to
with
worry about.
you,
Mine don't.
if
But
she
at
is
the
with
same
you,
time,
she
if
should
she's
have
walking
nothing to
next to me
worry about.
completely naked, she's gonna get more attention than if she got some clothes on. I don't know why
Ain't no
y'all keep
woman
acting like
going
that's
out
not a
completely
fact.
Are you
naked.
kidding
You
me?
exaggerate.
You know I didn't walked out with sweatpants, hoodie on, and I'll still get the same attention as if I was dressed
Of
up.
course, you still will get attention, but you won't get the same attention if
It'll
she was
still be
completely naked.
unwanted attention.
But it'll be way more.
You
It'll be
think
way more
men
attention
don't disrespect you
than
and
than,
grope
than
you
you having on.
if you got clothes on?
Okay, see, this is the problem when we try to have conversations because how are y'all sitting here trying to act like what I'm saying ain't making sense?
Well, it makes sense to you because that's how you would act.
Oh,
Like, what is y'all on, bro? Like, it's okay to be,
that's a
Excuse
fact.
to
me.
say, oh, you know what, that makes sense. That's a
It
good point.
makes sense to
I
you
get it now.
because that's how
That's
you
okay.
would act.
Can I say something?
It only
He's
makes
right.
sense. Hold on.
It's
Coming to
unwanted
Hold on
America.
one
attention.
second, and then you can
Why
go,
do you
Sylvester.
attract unwanted attention?
Hold on one
Hold
second.
on.
One second.
America.
Oh yeah, thank you for the dollar. Said, let me break
So,
this down
okay,
for
so was I
NBA
right or
young.
wrong about going
Hold
to the
on.
wrong?
She's
Listen, was
talking.
I
One
was I
second.
right
One
or wrong
second.
about
Hold
going to the wrong
on. Hey,
neighborhoods?
I'm gonna mute you. God
Oh yeah,
damn.
thank you for the dollar. Don't know that says. Let me break this down for NBA young felony. Usually, the men walking around with lots of jewelry on, wishing and praying for you, Dominic, to try him so he can grant your wish of a dirt nap. Thank you. Drop some coconuts for all y'all in the chat, okay? All y'all don't be playing. So
It's
the,
still my contention that you are seeing or acting like you would act toward these women. So your perception of reality is how you would act. So you think every other man would act that way. But you're letting us know this is how you would act if you saw a woman in shorts.
hmm.
Oh shit, I can't even ask dating the hypothetical because dating ain't up here. God damn it.
But that's true.
Yeah,
That's really true. That's
yeah.
what you would do if you saw a woman with shorts on. Why do you think y'all? It's not okay to grope women just because they got little shorts on.
This is how they can speak on it so easily because they're seeing it through their own reality and what they would do. So obviously they think the others would do it because they would do it themselves.
Can I get some coconuts for Harold in the chat?
Hey, you're muted because you keep over talking the host. You don't know how to have composure. You don't know how to sit and wait. She's giving an announcement, and my point was right. My point was right. My point was right. You don't have to beat your chest. Your point wasn't right. That's a you problem. And I
So
don't
really
see
what
that
you
as
got
a
going
man.
on is a lot of confessions here, Jess.
Like
They confessing about how they would act.
I see that as a man that's
Yep.
about to be 40 in a day with a daughter. I don't sit there and just be like, hey, come in and grab. No. Only weak ass men do that shit.
I got you,
Only
Nara.
weak ass men.
One second. Hold on. Let me bring somebody else into the conversation. Nara, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing. I know. I feel like I said your name wrong. Is it Naraya?
My real name is Naomi. That's a combination of like my last
Okay.
name.
Okay. Naomi, welcome in.
Thank you. Um, so I just wanted to say something quick to tell it, and then I'm a drop.
Okay,
But
go ahead.
and I'll let him respond to me too, so I don't like look like I'm running away.
Okay.
But so first off, tell it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You sound just like my abusive ex-boyfriend. And I'm going to tell you why. Because everything that you are spewing out of your mouth right now is not only ignorant and inappropriate, but it shows the type of man that you are. And it gives a lot of the warning signs that I had because of the way that you talk, the way that you have no respect for women, the way that you, not only that, but you over talking everybody on here. And at the end of the day, as I don't know if it was Harold or GFB, but somebody said that this is not how all men are. This is how you are. This is how the small percentage of men, I wouldn't even say it's small because there are a lot of men out there that do things to women that they shouldn't do because they want to have power. You are part of that subcategory. And if you don't stop and start listening to what women are saying and actively treat women the way that you're supposed to treat them, because let me tell you one thing, I am going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you had a black mama that cared about you or cares about you, she still might be here, who has taught you to not act that way to women, to not degrade women. I am a grape survivor, and I was not wearing anything revealing. I was not wearing anything where I walked out and said, yeah, come on, y'all, do what you want to do. Not at all. And a lot of the comments that you're making are also very triggering. So I just want to say that to any woman out there that might be listening to this, take care of yourself because I don't want anyone to take in what you're saying and have that affect their mental health. So you can respond if you want, and then I'm going to go.
Thank you for that.
You're
Can I get some
welcome.
coconuts for Naomi in the chat?
Bless you, sister.
Okay, so can I speak real quick?
Yes, you can respond to me.
Okay. I have 2 points. Did you have your dad in your life growing up?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm not trying to be funny. It's just a question. Or an uncle, an older brother,
My
anything like that.
both my parents are married. Both my parents raised me. Both my parents live together. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Did he teach you about men and the type of dangers, you know, that you can get in with men? Like how dangerous men can be,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you just told me, all of y'all just told me that because I'm pointing out the problem that we all know we very well have in this society, there's dangerous men that
Actually,
I
let me correct
myself am
myself.
projecting. Wait,
Re-
wait. Can I
no, no,
finish?
real quick.
Can I
Let me
finish?
correct
All
myself
right,
because
see.
to
Y'all see,
it's
I'm not the one that's
oh
not
my
listening to
god.
y'all, right?
It's to
She
what
just
you
Listen to
said
said.
y'all.
she said
I said I
that
had 2 points. She
It's
said, let
almost
me finish.
she said
1:30 in
can
the
she
morning.
correct herself in what she said? Do you,
Yes, I'm just quickly gonna correct myself here. It's almost 1:30 in the morning, so I'm not level-headed at the moment. I'm tired. My dad is an immigrant, so I'm gonna say that when you have immigrant parents, they don't exactly teach you these things.
Oh,
Not in a bad way to degrade them, because I love my parents, but I will say that I actually was not really taught this at all by either of my parents. And my mom actually told me when I came out to her and told her what happened, like several years later, she actually said, I wish you had told me sooner. And I wish we had been the parents that sat down and taught you and your sister about these dangers. So, no, I did
okay,
not grow up with
okay,
anyone teaching
okay.
me.
So let me change what I said. A lot of women grew up with their dads in their life, and their dads taught them about how dangerous men can be. So would you lump them in that category that y'all lump me in? That I'm just projecting that this is what I would actually do when they were teaching you those things. Did you think that about them?
What are
Do you
you
feel that
asking?
way? Like a lot of women, dads have taught them about men being dangerous. Would
Yes.
you think? Would you consider those men, molesters and rapists too? Because
The
that's what
men that
that's
are
what.
their fathers that are teaching them like
Yes,
right
correct,
from wrong.
correct.
Absolutely not, because why would they be teaching them that as their father if
Because
they
that's what
were
your dad
like
should be
that?
doing. He should be teaching you about life. This
Yes,
is
but
life.
there's a way that you teach it and you're not doing it from a teaching mindset. Everything you're saying is ignorant.
How so? Name one thing that I said that was ignorant. Matter of fact, name two.
Okay, I could name 1,000, but we'll stick with two.
No, I just two.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna let you know too. I'm a very petty person, so keep going with what you're doing. Out, you're gonna see the true me. But the first thing I'm gonna tell you is you said that if a woman was outside naked, that a man would look at her and immediately want to do something, which is ignorant as hell.
I
And then
said
you
it would be a
also
more dangerous situation
okay,
than being outside fully clothed.
go ahead. I'll give you the platform.
I'm just correcting what I said. I said being outside fully naked is more dangerous
cause
than
who the
being
fuck is
outside fully
walking
clothed.
outside fully naked?
Come
Bro,
Yeah,
on,
I've
listen,
never
man.
seen
That's
nobody fully
listen,
naked. I'm
listen,
gonna be
and let me land the
honest.
plane. Let me
I've
land the
never
plane.
seen nobody.
Let me land the
well,
plane.
Yeah,
hold
go
on,
ahead, because
hold
your
on.
plane
I
taking
need to
off right
hold
now
on
in the
because I need
scenario.
to address
If
the
you if
chat.
you if you got
If
your
Hey,
body,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no.
like
Let
it
her
you
is.
got
Hold
finish.
your
on.
body.
Hold on real quick.
Yo,
What we're
uh,
not gonna do is sit here and blame victims. I'm
yo,
blocking
man,
any.
say I don't
We're
need you to
not
keep jumping
talking
in
to
my
you.
chat telling me
Shh.
what I am and
We're
what
Hey,
talking to the
I
I'm
don't do.
not
chat.
talking to
Tell
you. I'm
it.
talking to
All
the
right, my
chat.
bad,
Get
my
out your
bad,
feelings. Get out your
my
This
feelings.
is
bad,
why men
my
shouldn't
bad.
run the country, though, y'all.
For real.
and that's why
So
Cause
any
they
man
they can't even
that's
We're gonna
control.
fight on
If a woman
we're
walk
gonna
with
fight on the
a
front
woman
lines
walk
and
down the street with shorts
extend that
on,
right
you
to
can't even
center.
control yourself. You gotta give attention and grope her. You have to teach. That's what I'm saying. You teaching all your daughters
Wow,
like men are so fucking dangerous
wow.
because they
So
weak.
it
They
so
can't.
so so
This they
all
don't have no
fathers that
discipline,
taught
right?
so all fathers that taught their
And
daughters
they
that that's what you
and then
that's
they
what you
no
assume
no that's
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 what
not
they would
even
do.
what they said.
why are you trying to emasculate men? Why are
Yeah,
you calling them weak? What is wrong with you?
Bro, what are y'all talking about?
you
All
think
right,
that
how
Do
about
fathers
both of
not
y'all?
teach their daughters
Why do you
that
keep
men are
calling
dangerous
men
and they
weak?
need to be careful
You
around
you
trying to
women
think men are
in certain
teaching
emasculate.
them the way
situations?
you
You
Like
just
are
going
saying
to a
this
party
shit?
and
man.
getting drunk with nothing on. You know, fathers teach their daughters not to do that type of stuff. Why? Because men are dangerous.
That's why men shouldn't run a country. Is what I was saying. So you just proving my
So
point.
who gonna fight the wars when somebody attacks us?
Who
The
create the
women gonna
wars?
do it. It
You
don't
create.
matter
Hold
who gonna
on.
fight the
First of
war.
all,
It don't matter
yeah.
who
Who
gonna fight.
creating these
That's not the
wars?
point. That's
Who
not the point.
creating
Who
these
gonna fight the
wars?
war?
Okay, bruh. The woman don't need.
Bro, this
First
not
of
a
all,
fairy.
women
This is
fight
not
in
a. This
wars
why
all
I
the
keep telling
time.
y'all.
That's
This
first
is
of all.
not a
Second
fairy
of all,
tale
women
world.
don't
This is
need
the
to go
reality
fight
that we live
it
in,
to
bro.
lead it. To lead this motherfucker. What are you talking about? If I'm leading it, you go fight for her.
As I was saying, any guy
Hold
or
on.
woman.
Hold on.
So I just want y'all to tell me was I wrong about what I said about
Reach.
Papa teaching his
Tell me
daughter.
which
Because y'all
one.
ain't even let me get to my second.
Okay, go ahead.
I already blocked them. It was two of them, but I was just saying I'm blocking y'all off
Did
GP. I'm not.
Naomi
I'm
already
block.
left?
Yeah,
Okay.
they gone already though. They're blocked. That victim blaming shit is sick in the head.
There's no evidence to support that. Their research shows that there is no evidence to support that what women wear causes increase a risk of grape. Yes, come on up. Let me see. I got you. Rich, check
I
the
mean, with a little bit of
Discord,
critical
Rich.
thinking, you can definitely understand that if you go outside naked, you probably,
Who the fuck is walking around naked,
If
bruh?
you
Are
go
you
outside
well?
naked, you got a whole nother set of problems.
The police is gonna come pick you up. What are we talking
Exactly.
about?
That is nonsensical.
Jamila, thank you for the
So you
$5 that
telling
says
me
send these
a
men to
woman,
the
a woman with
gulag,
her body,
okay?
a woman with her body parts showing, you telling me is
Wait,
protecting
so
herself just the same as a woman that's fully clothed?
Jesus Christ. So
That ain't
Tevin,
got
you're
cheeks hanging
basically
out.
saying that we are asking for it. So we need to make sure that we choose the right things to wear so that we don't get hurt. Right? That's what you're saying?
Is that not the reality of the situation?
No,
Okay, so
Nelson.
how
you
was I
missed the
asking
miss.
for it when I went out and dressed very modestly and still was
That's
great?
your situation though. That's everybody's situation ain't the same.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
but
hold
I'm
on, hold
still
on, hold
You
on,
working
hold
trying
on,
to
on
hold on,
make
hold
yourself
on.
not
premise.
disrespectful.
Hold on, because we have already talked about this. We had a conversation. The women in the chat, if you know somebody who has been a victim, were they put a 1 in the chat if they were clothed when they became this victim? Put a 2 in the chat if they were walking around naked when they became a victim. And just so y'all know, this is a trigger warning. If you're scrolling through this bitch, if you're in here, very trigger warning. You see all these ones in the chat? All these motherfuckers had clothes on when they became victims. All of them. Everybody. I don't even see a 2 in the chat, so nobody was walking around fucking naked to get to be assaulted
I would
by
submit.
men. That's why she say there's no
So
research. There's
is there
no
any fathers
research.
on the
Shut the
panel?
fuck up.
Hold
Cause
on,
really,
is
shut the
there any
fuck
fathers
up.
on this panel?
There's
Brother,
no research that
you're telling
supports.
us how you would behave.
Yeah, cause you're
I
fucking.
submit
You
that
are in danger.
I
You are not safe
submit
around
that
women.
I submit that you are telling us how you would behave toward these women. Not all men would do that. You see
Yes.
the world as if you would behave in it.
None of these
Nah.
women or nobody that they know who have been assaulted were walking around naked when they were assaulted.
Sis, I
Yeah.
need the big screen real quick.
Go ahead.
And then I got one more thing to say, and then I'm gonna drop for Tashika. So there's literally no evidence to back it up. But by your logic, that means women shouldn't go to the beach or to the fucking pool.
They shouldn't
For
even
real. And
fucking
I
be
want to go to the
born.
pool.
They can't even be in the house because your mama, boyfriend, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin. Do you know half of the victims are also too assaulted by other children, other men, grown teenage boys, family
So
members?
your claim that they're dressing naked is why they're getting attacked or increasing the number of them getting attacked. It's not fucking true. It sounds like you're projecting. And if you're married, I
Gotta
don't
check
know.
his browser history.
For real. And I hope you don't have children because that's the part that's going to infuriate
That's
me
the
and want to
saddest part.
protect
Your
them.
wife can leave.
For
And
real.
that's
Your kids can't.
and this is crazy because I know for a fact, and this happened to me. And yes, I'm not a real male. I'm a I'm a trans man. So it happened to me before at the age of 5 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Very,
So what the
very
fuck are
sorry.
you talking about? Talking about some
so it happened to
goddamn
me.
clothes.
And honestly, tell it, I'm gonna say this one thing to you that if I mean, actually, I'm not even gonna say if I were you, because I don't even want to be anywhere close to even being you. But with your position right now and everything that you've said, I would suggest you just leave. You have said so many concerning things, and I'm a mandated reporter, and I'm gonna be very blunt with you. I'm not gonna do anything with it
You're
because
weird, tell it.
I don't know you. But if I had met you face to face, I would have taken that in and actively like reported you and like had you get psych services to make sure that you're not the type of man that's doing this. And if you have kids, I would have definitely reported them to DCFS. So honestly, you need help and you might have mental things going on right now, and that's okay, but get the help that you need and try to be a better person. And if you have kids, whether it's boys or girls or both, please raise them in a way where this is not the type of conversation you're having with them, because that's toxic and it's not going to help them in any way. So do better, be better.
Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate you, Queen.
Of course.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Tashika. How you doing tonight?
What's up, Jessica? I'm playing some Minecraft right now. But I happened to scroll once and your live popped up. And then I overheard what you guys were talking about. And as someone who was assaulted at 5 years old, and I was wearing, I don't know, my pajamas, I don't like this whole argument regarding a woman's clothing will always be invalid. Also, given the fact that clothing is subjective and the meanings behind clothing has always been changing. Men have been making the same arguments when women were wearing full-on petticoats and 5 layers of clothes to have a dress on, right? And what we consider to be like like the clothes we wear, right? If we were to go back 150 years, we would be considered naked. Would you make the same argument then? Or for example, right? Even clothes like lingerie. Can you go ahead and tell me what is explicitly sexual about lingerie? Nothing. If I were to put lingerie on a child, is that an invitation for the child to be assaulted? What it is based upon is how we perceive the clothing. So you saying, oh, well, they're naked, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to prove that these things are intrinsic to the clothing themselves and not just how we perceive it. Because what if at some point men normalize like children's clothing being inherently sexual? What of it then? Are we not supposed to dress our children like children then? How far are you willing to go with dictating clothing as sexual? How far are we going? Because the clothing you have on now, back in the day, you would have been considered naked. So, I would like an answer to that.
Are we seriously sitting here talking about lingerie and not sexy? What's the point what's
I
Victoria's
can't hear
Secret?
what you're saying.
Is it like casual wear?
Are
Is
you
it to be
are you in a
seductive?
It doesn't
bubble?
matter what clothes you have on right now, and I don't know why you're saying like, I don't know if you just said to be seductive. It doesn't matter. The clothes you have on now, you would have been considered
It
naked.
does
You would
matter.
have been
Because you
considered
just
like
said that
a person.
lingerie is not
You would have been
sexy.
considered a
So if
prostitute.
you outside in lingerie, you telling me that you're not trying to get my body that's being sexy?
Do you know?
Or you going for
Okay, I
business
don't think
casual?
you understand what I just said to you.
Why do they have different categories of attire? Do you go to the
The
office in
meaning
lingerie?
behind clothing
That does not make
changes.
sense, woman.
Okay, the meaning behind clothing changes. So what if it now that we sexualize wearing a t-shirt? What if it now that we sexualize children's clothing, baby clothing? What if it now that we sexualize pajamas? Is it still going to be the person's fault based off
You
of what they
going
wear?
way left when the facts are in front of you. Ass is ass
What
and
is it
titties is
saying to
titties.
me?
So if you got on shorts, with the back cut out to let your ass cheeks hang out, you don't think that's being sexual?
No.
You don't think that's naked? That's
No,
half naked?
no.
Just
What
because
you're
they wore
wearing right
just because they
now would
wore
have been
just
considered
because they
naked.
show ankles back in the 1900s and they considered
Bro,
that
there are
naked.
countries
Are you
today
telling me
where
that
showing your
we just
ankles mean
don't
you're
know what
naked.
naked is these days? We don't know what
If
naked
you
is.
don't think that's sexual, we live in two
We
different.
don't know what naked is.
Okay, so it seems like
What
you
does
are
naked
inept.
mean? We don't know what booty cheeks is.
What you're wearing
We don't know
right
what breasts
now.
are.
What? Okay, stop talking when I'm talking.
No, don't
What
talk
you're
when I'm
wearing
talking.
now.
Do we know what
showing,
booty?
He has a. This person is a rapist, by the way.
Oh, for sure. He
What
definitely
you're
have a few
like
victims somewhere.
100%.
Yeah. He should keep his DNA out of the database.
No one who's not a rapist or has raped people talks like this, or like it's not even a joke. But yeah, no, I think that like as a society we should go through a deconstructing of like desexualizing the human body. I think that's really important, right? Like these things are sexualized because we sexualize them, and we sexualize them, and that is a choice to sexualize them. Like people sexualize binkies, people sexualize feet, people sexualize hands, your neck, your hair.
Because even if you think about why men like when women, even older women, dress like schoolgirls.
I always thought that was weird. Is that not PTSD? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's attractive about that? Like, I could never understand like when I would walk into like a lingerie store, and that's one of the first things I see. Whoa, who are we trying to emulate here?
Yeah,
yeah.
Whoa, you know what I mean?
Mr. Tell it like it is.
Or like a nurse.
Even
like,
if a real man sees somebody,
it's what you sexualize.
And there's an initial attraction, he doesn't act on it. He may see something and say that looks attractive, but he's not going to act on it. I believe what you're saying is that either you've seen it and you acted on it because that's what a woman is asking for. That appears to be what you're saying, that if somebody is dressed in a certain way, then they're asking for it, which may be a way of you cathartically letting us know that that is what you would do. I submit humbly.
Because that's crazy, just thinking that, oh, she, even at attention, you groping, you one of those men that have groped a woman and think that you should have because you felt like she was quote unquote half naked.
Yeah.
And let me ask you,
we would it was like it showed just like had like a pencil skirt on. You know what I mean? Like, but the stuff like this also like super over sexualizes different types of bodies. Like I have double D breasts. My breasts are going to show and burst out of every fucking top I wear.
Regardless.
There's gonna be no way for me to hide it. So this type of like
you could have
mindset,
a sweater on.
like literally, you know what I mean? Like this type of mindset literally just over sexualizes people's natural bodies. This is just the rapist mindset. Like I don't there's really nothing else to it. But yeah, I'm gonna drop down. Oh my God! Insane news, so I gotta make some calls. But I appreciate you, Jessica. Thank you all so much for having me.
Of course, no problem. Have a good night.
You too. Be safe, y'all.
Yeah, and stay away from Tell It Like It Is. Francis, thank you for the space kitty cat. Come on, Neil. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, Jess, my friend, I'm getting ready to go too. Just a couple things before I go.
Thank you. Go ahead, Francis. I mean, sorry. Thank you, Francis. Go ahead, Harold.
They think you look just fine, and you know you're loved. We haven't even met, but if you was in trouble and you asked for help, I would get on the plane and come anywhere in the country to help you. That's how much you are loved. Okay?
I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you so much. So go ahead. He did not speak for Dallas. Okay, because I'm about to say, baby, it's getting crazy in Dallas, okay? The fuck? Because I heard Oak Cliff in South Dallas. I'm like, oh shit. Thank you so much, Harold. You have a good night, love. I always appreciate you. Anything. G Money, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
It's crazy out here, ain't it?
Yeah, I just came up here a quick second. You know, I ain't trying to stay here long. I'm just here for a good time.
Go
I just
ahead.
want to say it's all about self control. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about self control in the situations. Your mindset is how you. If you can't control yourself when you see a woman in certain clothes, son, you gotta handle that. That's a personal problem. You need to talk to somebody with. It's self control. That's just showing that you don't have no self control on how to handle yourself in a certain situation,
Why
and
do
you
you
don't know
think
how
they
to
can't control themselves?
impulse. Impulse. It's impulse.
Mm-hmm.
It's an impulse situation. Yeah, it's like in a sense of you fantasize in a body,
I
but
got
you
you.
can't.
Yeah.
All right. You ever seen the movie Players Club?
Of course.
Oh, cool. You know that. Do you remember
Myra, what the
Myra?
fuck you doing here? Well, I follow you home every day. I always make sure you get home safe.
That's a fantasy. He fantasized something in his mind.
Let's go.
I'm about to say Francis.
I know, right?
Myron.
That's what I did too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but no, Francis. Damn, Myron had fantasized something totally different than what Diamond had in her mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she was so this impulse. He played that all in his mind. He felt like he owned her. What he said to her, I spent a lot of money on you.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of money on you.
I
So
spent
it's
a
an
lot of
impulse
money
situation.
on you.
So I own you. You took my money, so now you got to give me something I want. So it's an impulse situation.
Yeah.
You got to learn that it's you don't know you in a strip club. That's what she doing. You done took it to a whole nother level. She stripping, she shaking ass, you giving money because she shaking ass.
That is the exchange. I don't owe you
That
nothing
is the
else.
exchange.
You give me the money, I give
Yeah,
you the dance. It's over.
yeah, whatever. But he had more in his mind. He don't put a whole fantasy in his mindset that he needs more, or I don't know. Some motherfuckers they be crazy. They fantasize about women how they want to be with them. Like you gonna be mine, and they don't even be like that. It's an impulse situation.
Mm-hmm.
You got to control yourself. It's a mental thing. It's an Oedipus complex
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. But that's all I really wanted to say. It's just work on having better impulse and better control of yourself. If you can't control yourself, you're a danger to society.
That part. Thank you. Thank you. W, can I get some coconuts for G Money in the chat? Thank you so much, G Money.
All right, you can drop me down.
Okay,
That's
I
all I
got
really
you.
wanted to say.
Oh, y'all, come on now. Francis out there acting up, y'all. Drop some coconuts for Francis too. Okay, also too. Oh yeah, thank you for the dollar donut. Says I get attention in my uniform. Unwanted advances. And I have been sexually harassed at least 8 times, and I'm fully dressed in combat boots. I've been essay groped, and someone even tried to kiss me and block the exit that I gotta get off this live. Sorry, I need to hug my daughter. Please hug your daughter. You guys, if this is triggering in any type of way, I get it, because I ain't gonna lie. I've definitely been triggered. I'm fucking pissed off. Please protect your energy at all costs, you guys. Take a second, step out of the live, step away for a little bit. If you don't want to be here at all, I totally get it. I don't take any offense, baby. You know that here I promote your mental stability over anything. Y'all weird for real. You're the weird one. You're the weird one. You're weird. You want to control women. You sit up here and say they don't listen to you. They're not doing what you want them to say. Why do you talking about being around half naked and groping women? Just don't grope women.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
What's the problem with me acknowledging the problem in our society?
What's the problem in our society?
That men is raping and molesting women
Yes.
at an alarming rate.
Yes.
Right? So when I call it out, y'all keep telling me, no, that's you. You doing it. what is we on, bro?
They're not
What are y'all
raping
talking about?
women because they're walking around naked. You're talking about you don't even want to protect. allegedly
So
your
okay,
black
so
woman, because if she goes out, you got to tell her that she can't put what little clothes on. Is that what you said?
listen. I got daughters. You hear me? I'm not finna let my daughter walk out that house with her butt hanging out her shorts. And this has been a thing in our community for years. We are lost on that shit now. Y'all telling me it's a problem for me to tell my daughters to cover their body?
We didn't tell you that either.
That's exactly what you telling me because I'm telling all women that it's the same. It's the same across the board.
Hey,
Like, why would you
Exactly
not?
right, killer, like it is.
Why would you not do it?
Yeah, you're exactly right on that.
hey,
Okay.
hold on. Can y'all hold
That's
on? Just
all I've been saying this whole time.
1 second,
And
tell
y'all
it.
steady sitting here projecting, talking about, oh no, that's you. You can't control yourself. No,
Ren, welcome to the chat. How are you?
I'm doing okay. He asked a question, and I really wanted to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "What's wrong with telling people about what the problem is in society?"
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that you're putting the responsibility for what men are doing on women. Women have to wear what makes men feel more comfortable. Women have to make sure they toe the line so that they don't get assaulted. You don't see the problem with that? Why is it the woman's responsibility for you to have self-control?
you twisting my words.
No,
So
I'm not,
you
darling. I'm
telling
taking
me
your words. You said
that
them.
Thank you,
women,
Francis.
listen. In a lot of major cities, they got blocks of hookers, right? It be hookers walking up and down the street, right? Y'all know what they dress like, right? I'm pretty sure you can get kind of a visual image of what a hooker would be dressing like walking down the street. Why would you want to be looking like that?
Hey.
Because now you're giving off the wrong vibe. And listen, because I know y'all finna cut me out. Listen, no. Let me say this. So if I'm dressed like a police, walking up and down the street, and somebody run up on me and ask me for help, how can I get offended and tell them, what you think I'm a police? You look like one. How am gonna get offended? It's like dress for the job you want. Why would you be dressed like a hooker if you don't want to? If you don't want to present yourself as one, that's not respectable.
Hold on, no. I can explain it to you. It's actually quite simple. No. It's quite simple, Sylvester, you too, right? If you're dressed up like the police, if somebody walks up to you and asks for your help and you say, I'm not the police, right? Shouldn't the person just move the fuck around?
Okay, and sometimes they do.
Thank you.
Right?
They're not gonna keep saying yes you are,
right?
yes you are.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
So if you come up to her, she say, "I'm not a whore,"
move
the fuck around.
But you ignoring the fact that if you dressed a certain way, you giving off the wrong vibe. You still giving off the wrong vibe. You shouldn't. Why would you want to put yourself in that situation?
Matter because it is not your job to police women's bodies.
But you guess what? But okay, even if you're not, that's what you look like.
Your lack of
I know all y'all grannies taught y'all that. Quit playing.
No.
Oh man, see y'all not being real right now.
Tell it.
No, tell it. Let me
You
tell you
sit in
something.
the wrong
You want to know
city.
what my mom?
That's what you're doing when you dress like that.
Welcome to America. Shut up.
So what?
And what's the problem with saying that? What is the issue with men telling women that you're sending the wrong signals by dressing that way?
Hold on.
What is the issue, bro?
You're not listening.
You're not listening at all. And I say this.
I'm listening.
Guess what?
I'm listening.
I grew up in a house with a mother and a father. My father was a pastor. And you know what my daddy taught me? I should be able to wear whatever the hell I want in this world. And nobody should put their hands on me.
In church too? You dress however you want in church? You go to church with booty shorts on?
My mother was a pastor too. And I wasn't raised like
Would you go to church with booty shorts on?
Right.
I ain't think so.
The Bible say,
I ain't think so.
Hold on, because the Bible say, "Come as you are."
Yeah, don't twist the words like that.
The Bible do say, "Come as you are."
The Bible
okay, but do you think that's right?
If she come in,
would you go in church like that? Should I go to church with a Speedo?
So Jesus
didn't
wash prostitute feet.
Should I go to church in the
Ooh.
Did
speedo?
Jesus wash prostitutes'
Should I go
feet?
to church in the speedo?
Did
You should
Jesus
go.
wash
Should I go to
prostitutes?
church in a
Did
speedo?
Jesus wash
Oh, you just
prostitutes'
need to
feet?
go to church.
Yes or no?
Exactly.
It don't matter
Did
what.
Exactly. You
It
know
don't
hey?
the
matter what
answer.
you
That's
No,
why
wear.
you
no,
You
don't
just
want to
need
no,
to
no.
answer
go.
it,
Did
bro.
Okay,
Jesus?
one second, 1 second.
But
Hold
bro,
on, hold on. Let's do a quick reset. You guys
no,
give.
right or
Hold
wrong,
on,
should you go to
1 second.
church
Everybody
dressed
take a
like
quick
that?
breath. Everybody take a quick breath. Please give me a follow if you've gotten done so. Tap the screen, you guys. We have $218 left at the for the end of the goal. For tonight's goal. I appreciate you guys for being here. Feel free to send a message in your donation. We will read it out. If you have a question for the panel, we'll definitely do so. Even though a lot of them voted for, the dictator, we still believe in democracy here, and here we vote with our dollars. You guys, there also too is a $50 kick if you are done with it. If you feel like somebody's just not being genuine. But we do try to have these conversations because I definitely think that they're important. We got 6 kisses left in our nightly goal as well. And you know what? We're going to close the panel. Let me see. Let me clear it out. And then we're going to close the panel so that we can get out of here because I do feel like it's only probably only so much you can take. Again, it's Cash Up and Venmo.
That's wild.
I'm Jessica Simone. Pay links are in the bio. We appreciate you for being here. What Ren is saying, you could send whatever signal and you could assume that she may be a whore and you can approach her like they do on Harry Hines. They approach you and say, hey, can I get some for $30? And they negotiate and she get in the car. If not, no, I'm not. And they'll keep it moving. If I tell you I'm not a whore, move the fuck around. If I told you I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to be groped, I don't want to do nothing with you, just move around. That does not, because she has clothes on, that does not give you the opportunity to grape her. Even if she is a hooker, there is a negotiation. You owe her
Bro,
something.
that's like telling black
You
men
do
act how
not,
you
you don't
want when the
even get,
laws
you
pull you
don't
over.
even
We
get,
know
you
that the
don't
police
even,
we
could you
know that
shut
the
the fuck
police is
up,
a problem,
please?
but is you
God
gonna act
damn.
is you gonna act crazy? And
Yes, you will. Um, Even if she is a hooker, that still don't give you, warrant, allows you the opportunity to grape her. There is a negotiation to be made. There's a price she gonna set and tell you exactly what she gonna do for that. That still does not give you the opportunity or warrant that you need to grape her. Um, Go ahead, Ren.
The thing that I don't understand, so at church, when people are getting baptized, what do they wear?
A white robe.
Not
All
every
places,
church.
not every church.
Well, I'm ordained deacon, so at my church we wear white robes when we doing the baptism.
But are all churches the same?
No, all churches are
Okay,
not the
then.
same.
So it does that mean
They
just
were
because
all
somebody is different, does that mean that they're wrong?
We have to accept people as they are in today's
Let's not
society.
let's not split hairs. I asked a very simple question.
They were
Just
wrong.
because it's different, is it wrong?
Different denominations do things differently when it comes to
I love the way
baptism.
he's dancing
Okay,
around this question. It's a yes or
so
no question.
no, because it's not that simple to say. Because like I said, there are different denominations out there, and each denomination do things differently in their own way.
So
So
that's
either you can accept that or you can't.
the answer is no, it doesn't mean it's wrong. You just took 20 words to say no. You took all those words to say no because you want to qualify it because it's really a simple answer. And I don't understand how y'all as men feel comfortable enough to come up here and say that women should dress appropriately. I don't give a damn if a woman is walking around booty butthole naked. You do not have the right to put your hands on her. You don't even really, if you go look, you look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How old are you?
40.
Okay. You're a 40-year-old woman, and I
Yes,
believe you're a
yes.
little bit older than that. You're a 40-year-old lady, a woman, and you're out here and you're walking provocatively amongst the streets of whatever major city.
Sylvester, I don't walk.
Yes, yes. That's not appropriate. Okay?
Sure.
Even for a 40-year-old woman.
Why do y'all think that bitches just walking naked and just aim in the streets? Like I put on no clothes and like let me just walk aimlessly in the
You
streets.
probably got a son or a daughter that's 20 years old.
Actually, I do.
All right, then.
I got you, yes, sir.
So you supposed to set the standards for a woman of your age.
What does that even mean?
You figure it out.
You saying that every woman should be like her?
Let me tell you something. When I tell you I raised my child well, baby Ren is raised well.
Very much.
And when I tell you that ain't no way she wouldn't be bothered with men like y'all, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. She wouldn't look twice. You know why? Or neither. You know why? Because first of all, her daddy taught her you don't accept scraps of shit from nobody. And what y'all providing is scraps of bullshit.
So Sylvester, let me ask you a question.
Hold on before you get into go ahead.
Who commits the most essays?
YT males.
Church leaders.
Beg your pardon?
Church leaders.
Facts.
Pastors. Deacons.
Ain't
you a deacon?
Are they?
I'm a deacon, yes.
Yeah. Or do they dress provocative in church? Because you said they don't.
Today's
so
church,
explain
right?
that. So,
they do have a lot of.
Wait, hold on. So explain that to me, because your own mouth, you said they don't dress like that in church. So explain to me how they have the highest essay cases in America.
You know, churches have to have essay insurance. Like they
I didn't know that.
really do have that.
They do. Facts. Not only do they have to have insurance, they also have to have their own special team outside of the church that keeps them insured. So if you're acting crazy outside the church and you are a member, you will get prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they naked up in that bitch. But okay.
That part right there.
But okay.
So, y'all.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your patience. Thank you so much for joining the panel. What would you like to add to the conversation?
I ain't gonna stay up here long just because I can imagine if they triggering me like this, I can imagine how they triggering these women in this live.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, sir, and this pastor at the bottom. So I live in Vegas, Sin City. It'd be 115 degrees out here. You mean to tell me that a woman's supposed to be fully clothed from head to toe in 115 degrees, and a man ain't supposed to look at her sideways? For number one, first, let me finish at the bottom, Pastor. I'm a man in the middle of New York City in the wintertime with a bubble coat on, was raped at gunpoint. It's you sick men out here that don't have no control over yourself. You call yourself trying to dictate what other people could do. No, control your urges. Get that in check. Seek therapy. You got these pastors out here touching on men, women, and children. You got these men out here messing with the stepchildren and the girlfriend's daughter. And y'all need to get yourselves in check. This is sick. And you want to blame it on everybody, but the real problem, which is these sick men out here. Stop telling these women that they have to wear a damn Birkin or a potato sack in order for them to not get assaulted.
To be safe.
It's weird. It's weird. And you're showing your colors. Everything y'all, this pastor, I'm scared of you in your church because ain't no telling what's going on in there. And Mr. T, whatever his name is, tell it like it is. I'm going to tell you like it is, right? You are a problem. and you out here spewing this rhetoric on this live, you need to check yourself. I don't know why you're still on this live. You should have been left. Just good night. I gotta go because they gave me a headache.
Wait, no,
All
you
right.
stay right there. You stay right there. Real quick.
Good night, Lon.
So we know that police brutality is an issue, right?
Bro, I'm not trying to hear none of that.
No. Let me talk, bro.
They raping men, women, and children.
Yes.
Fully clothed. Fully clothed.
Let me talk.
Where is them putting themselves in a dangerous situation if they fully clothed?
Can you mute him? Can we mute him?
I'm respectful. I'll shut up. Say what you got to say.
We know police brutality is an issue, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So when you get pulled over by the laws, do you just act however you want to act, or do you do what you got to do to make sure you stay alive?
Brother, if you're educated and you know your rights, you're gonna be protected either way. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Some people, yeah, but what have we been teaching our youth? When you get pulled over, make sure you got your hands where they can see them.
These false equivalents.
Make sure you don't reach too fast.
That's a false equivalency. That doesn't have nothing to do with a woman walking down the street fully clothed.
Yes.
How does a woman walking down the street fully clothed?
Can I make my point?
Compare anything
You asking, but you're not letting me talk.
You're making no sense. You're not making.
But you ain't let me finish. How it's gonna make sense if I ain't even finish?
I heard you put the same scenario several times on this live, bro.
Yo, can I finish?
You said you're saying the same scenario about the police.
Can I finish? Because just like that lady that was telling that man that you said a whole bunch of words to say no, and you just trying to qualify. This the same situation. Would you teach a black man to act belligerent when the laws pull him over?
Bro, when I was walking,
because we know it's an issue and we know it's wrong. But would you teach him that in that situation, bro?
When I was
answer the question. It's a yes or no.
When I was walking down the street in a triple fat goose, how was I putting myself in a position for a man?
Bro, we know sometimes it ain't gotta be that situation.
All the time. It got nothing to do with clothes. It got nothing to do with clothes.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with clothes.
So y'all finna sit here and act like we supposed to just act dumb when the laws pull us over.
It has nothing to do with
they
clothes.
already know that we so-called got anger issues.
It
and they gonna say that he reaching and trying to kill us.
It don't.
Why would you act crazy when the laws is up on you like that?
It's still
Why would you teach your children that?
It's still ain't got nothing to do with clothes.
Can I speak now, sir?
Hold on one second.
I need therapy.
Y'all
need to learn how to comprehend.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you. I'm gonna drop you down. Latrine, go ahead. Ren, you have one more thing to say?
I just want to say something real quick. You do realize that you're basically saying that black men are to black women what the police are to black men, right? You do realize that's what you're saying.
And you want the police to do better, but you don't want to do better. Be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
But fun fact, black men are still unalived at a higher rate than any other demographic when they're not showing any aggression or having any weapons on them. So again, you keep trying to lose these false narrative, thinking that they're going to be a got you moment. They don't work. They don't work.
It don't matter if you get aggressive or you be nice. They can still do it. Just like it don't matter what clothes we're fucking wearing, they'll still do it. Latrine, welcome to the chat. How are you?
Hey, girl, I'm trying to hold it together. I got my teddy bear right here. Because I'm strong. Yes, I am.
Choking the shit out of that motherfucker.
Listen, from a person who is 43 years old that has been sexually molested, sexually assaulted, SA, this is a hard subject for me. Let's see, Naquan and Ren, don't leave, okay? Because this, even being on this panel feels unsafe.
No, I got you, sis.
So now that I have my support team and Jess is here, tell it like it is. I feel for your kids, sir. Like you literally need to go back and do some soul searching and figure out where that breakdown is, because this is not normal. This is definitely abnormal for you to be on the defense about clothes. And let me explain to you, I don't know if you've been keeping up with fashion lately, but we don't make our own clothes anymore. Like we go to the store and we buy what's on the rack. So we're not the ones that's making our clothes or making fashion be what it is. We drive fashion, we drive it, yeah, but we don't make our own damn clothes no more. So I try to be as modest as I can, even when it's even when you're shopping for kids' clothes. It's hard to find modest kids' clothes.
Because men make women's clothes.
That part. So my question to you is a little rhetorical, and you might get a little angry about it, but I just want you to think about it for a minute, because there are still some spots in Africa there are bush, okay? They are bush women. They out there, they breast is hanging out, and they letting it go free. Does that give you the right to sexually assault them because you see them providing for their family? You see them still cooking and getting water and doing their daily routine that they're supposed to do. Does that give you the right to sexually assault them? Or does that mean mind your business, let them continue to do what they're supposed to be doing? I'm just confused. I'm literally confused. And to the statement that I made in the chat earlier about if you're gonna control a woman and tell her what to put on her body, then okay, tit for tat, pull your damn pants up. We tired of seeing y'all drawers that y'all had on yesterday and day before. Stop sagging, because the shit is nasty, it's ugly, it's disgusting.
Your skid mark.
And then the girls that you're doing it for, you sit here talking about, you sexualizing them girls.
Oh, that is so cute. Hey,
make it make sense, because I don't understand it. And I grew up in the 90s, so I know what they is mean.
They doing it for us, and it is
I
just
know
to
what
be.
they mean.
Yeah, they is, baby. Just be real. Be real. And that's about, normalizing, LGBTQ. Happy Pride to everybody in here, so they don't have to do certain subtle signals by walking around their ass out, so they could tell that they want to be asked out.
Shitty ass drawers on, and then
and
you
it was
walking
a
in
woman
Walmart
who taught you how to wipe your ass, if you know.
Just they walking in Walmart with a whole big bling ass chain on with some doo-doo drawers on, and you think it's cute.
Diabolical.
That right there. So if you gonna tell us to put some clothes on, pull your damn pants up. That's what I say.
Well, his answer to do something about it is to tell women to put their clothes on. When does that ever work, though? Come on, Jasmine, you better show me that love, y'all.
If people that be coming to church,
if my panel is cooking, please show them some love.
Church like that, and you have people come to church with long skirts on. It don't matter if you come to church. If you still fly, you fly regardless. Like me personally, I can't stand stockings. Stockings chase me. I don't like stockings, so I wear them. These big old pretty legs is out.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, you got a problem, Deacon. Cause this girl right here is country. I'm country, and it's hot in Texas, and ain't nobody finna wear no doggone stockings.
That part.
Y'all need to grow up. And it's not even about your clothes. You're not even coming there for clothes. You gotta look past that.
Oh, Miley, you just ate with this one. Shout out to all my people over on YouTube for dropping them coconuts, because they were saying, baby, you clocked it. Miley said, what do the animals be wearing when they get raped by men? She ain't lying. What do the animals be wearing when they get raped by the men?
Especially the monkeys.
That lizard that the man ran the train on is
the monitor
crazy.
lizard.
How did you
It was a
even find a
monitor
lizard's
lizard.
little? I don't even know where they put it.
Or the turtles, because the turtles be getting it in too.
The chickens where they make our chicken. Did y'all see the videos where Peter had went undercover and with the chickens and the turkeys, they were graping the chickens and the turkeys.
Yep.
I have video. It's disgusting.
So fun fact. Well, not even fun fact. It's sad. When I was growing up in Coney Island, the mortician was graping
the dead bodies.
Dead bodies. He tried it one time and the body jumped up. It happened that they misdiagnosed the woman, thought she was actually dead, and she wasn't. That's how they found out he was graping the bodies. So again, it does not matter what they wear. But Sylvester, I like to keep my foot on people's neck. I don't like them to run from questions. I'm not that type of person. So again, churches have the highest SA cases. So tell me, what are they doing or what are they wearing that is getting them graped? And it happens to be a lot of little boys at that. So please elaborate for me.
Okay, I'm going to elaborate for you because I'm getting ready to drop. I got to go and get myself ready to take this overseas trip. But listen, all churches are not the same. Okay,
Majority of them are, but that's not answering my question.
Be quiet, young man. I'm trying
It's
to.
the little boys' fault too. What the little boys wearing? Their shorts was too short.
Look, there are
walking around with their shirt off.
Jessica, I agree with you. There are some people out there that's in positions like that that do things like that. Don't shoot the messenger. I agree with you. Okay. Now, do I see it in my church? No. Okay.
Are you turning a blind eye?
We cannot put every church in the same category.
Are you turning a blind eye?
Can I ask a question?
I'm a former Chicago police officer. I don't take a blind eye to nothing like that.
Police take blind eyes too, but again, you did not answer my question.
You don't know me. You ain't qualified. You ain't qualified to talk about what I would do. Okay, you haven't walked in my shoes. You haven't saved lives like I have saved.
My aunt works for.
You're not qualified.
My aunt works for Internal Affairs, so I know for a fact.
Hold on one second.
Turn a blind eye to stupid stuff like that.
You don't have to be a police officer to save lives.
But fun fact, my aunt worked for Eternal Affairs. That's how I know the police turn a blind eye at a high rate. Police also blame victims at a very high rate. So again, you didn't answer my question.
Then you need to turn your uncle in.
No. My aunt worked for Eternal Affairs. That's how I know these cases and stuff happen. How would I turn
hold on. You're not listening. He said he worked for the Internal Affairs, which means he knows when other officers turn the blind eye, not him himself is turning the blind eye.
But again, you didn't answer my question. You got churches have some of the highest SA cases.
Somebody said Internal Affairs.
So again, churches have the highest SA cases in the U.S. A lot of them are little boys.
Show me the statistics on it.
You can actually look this up. You're a cop. You should have known this.
Okay. Show me the statistics.
You're a retired cop. You should have known this. Pastors have some of the highest SA cases in the U.S. And for you to be a cop and not know that, that's embarrassing.
Show me the statistics.
Oh my God! Yeah, we're finna get out of here. Ren, did you want to add any last thing?
Guys, you have a nice.
I wanted to ask just one question to Sylvester.
Ren got a question for you. Good luck. Ren.
Oh my God!
Oh shit! Thank you, Francis.
I want to know, why do women, especially Black women, have to earn your protection by dressing a certain way?
Let me help him. I sent you to unmute, Sylvester.
Like, why do women have to earn your protection? Shouldn't you just protect them because it's the right thing to do?
When have you heard me saying that a woman has to earn my protection? Okay. Yes, that is the right thing to do. Okay.
Coconuts for Francis in the chat acting up, y'all.
And you do also know, Police have been found, especially you said you work for the Chicago Police Department. If you've worked for the Chicago Police Department, then you are absolutely well aware that there are plenty of times that the Chicago Police Department turns a blind eye to the stuff that happens. What was dude's name? I can't even remember. Something Whitey, something. I can't remember the dude's name, but he was taking people and taking them into black sites and stuff like that. So the CPD super corrupt. Like
No,
seriously,
I can't say that. Now, what I can tell you this is this here. The Chicago Police Department, like any other major city, such as New York, LA, when they hire, they have a hiring process, okay? And they try to pick the best candidates. Throughout all those candidates they pick, there are going to be some that remember, police officers come from all facets of life. Okay?
Hey.
So I cannot condone
I do not need
what
you
a
to
police
explain
officer
the
does
hiring
if he
process.
does something that is against the law or he turns his eye, because that was not me and that was not some of the police officers out.
Is he always this long-winded?
Yeah, sis, can I use the big screen real quick, please? So as I was saying, religious have some of the highest essays. They make up 30% of essays. That's right behind schools. So you being a cop and you did not know this, I'm kind of calling cap. And I'm a civilian and I knew this.
Okay.
So explain to me.
Explain to me.
Explain. Okay, so explain to me again. What are these kids doing in church to get graped? Because you're making it seem like it's clothes that get you graped. So tell me, what are these kids wearing in churches and in school to get graped?
Okay, why are you taking your anger out
He's
on
just speaking for himself and not for the entire people.
Hey.
The same thing that
He don't need a co-signer. He's not running away from this question.
No, I can put points in there though.
No. He don't need a co-signer because his check is
police
about to bounce. Y'all not gonna get a Mercedes out of this.
I know you heard what I said though.
Hold on.
I know you heard what I said though.
So
hey, Granddaddy.
He was speaking for himself.
That ain't gonna happen.
He was speaking for
Hold
himself.
on. I don't know. He said show him statistics, so I pulled it up. He didn't even say statistics, right? He said statistics. So again, he's not gonna run away from this answer, this question, and you're not gonna co-sign because you're not gonna get a Mercedes out of this. So again, what are they wearing in churches and school that's getting them great? Because y'all keep making the claim that it's what they wearing, and I just proved
So
to
you
you that it's
telling your
not what
daughter
they
to
wearing.
walk out the house looking like an OnlyFans girl?
Hey, when my daughter turned 18,
Is that what
whatever
you
she
telling her?
wear, when my daughter turned 18,
When she turned 18, but would you tell her that right now?
She can
when
wear
she
whatever
turned
that right now?
18,
You acting like it doesn't matter.
Statistics is
when
definitely
she
what it
You acting
turns
like what she
18,
wears doesn't matter at all. You acting like this is not a thing.
Hey, Buttercup.
No.
Hey,
You gonna
Buttercup.
answer my question?
You're not
You said
gonna
when she
save
turned
him,
18, of course,
Buttercup.
because she grown. But
Hey,
are you gonna tell her to go outside just like an only?
Hey, Buttercup, shut the fuck up. You're not saving him. So again, you made the claim that is what women wear. So tell me, what the hell are these?
Don't curse me out there.
Hey, Buttercup,
nigga,
shut
answer my
up.
question.
Shut up,
Did you let her
Buttercup.
go outside with her ass out?
When she turned 18,
So stop being facetious, nigga.
Okay. Everybody, give
What
us
have
a
I
second.
made in the
Hey.
comments about that?
Hey. Let's have a quick
Yeah, nigga
reset
want to
because
keep
we're about to
with all
get up
that
out of
hollering,
here.
then want to
1
mute me real
second.
quick.
Yeah, be quiet, please. Everybody, please mute up. Everybody. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream. Where's Dayton when you need? It don't matter because we really about to get up out of here. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Respectfully, okay.
Should be.
You
That's
jealous
your
of OnlyFans models? I know, right? Like I know some OF models, and they don't even dress like that when they go out. That's the crazy part. What the fuck are you talking about? It don't even matter. What is the OnlyFans? There is some things that you probably want to unpack yourself. Tell it. Give me a follow. We're getting out of here. Give me a follow if you guys have not done so. I appreciate all the love. Francis, she said, baby, let me come in here real quick and put my name up on the Mickey board. So Latrine, I love you. I love all of my royal family, my form, my people who have been affected. It's important for us as women to commune, respect, and protect each other, as well as shout out to the real fucking men that we know. Ren, I love you as well. I appreciate you. Always coming in too with the word. Naquan, brother, I love you. Happy birthday in a couple of days.
I love y'all too.
Yeah, and thank you
Yeah, shout out to
everybody.
the real men that ain't telling their guard that it's
You're
okay
not a
to
real
look.
You're
man.
not a real man.
We
Shut
should
your ass
really
up.
be checking your browser history. That's what we
You
really
need to
should
be
be
on the
doing.
list.
Go ahead